family all around me. He my family, she my family, he my family, she my family, he my family, she my family, we are family. We might have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. I got some people I call that ain't kin, that's gonna pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. They talking, you listen, that's family. They don't tell your business, that's family. They calling your phone, coming looking for you. They say that you missing, that's family. They don't need permission, that's family. When you hurt, they can feel it, that's family. Let them come while you're cheering, that's family. Let them come when you living, that's family. Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family, he my family, she my family, he my family, she my family. We are family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family, he my family, she my family, he my family, she my family. We are family. Hey, ain't nobody fighting around here. Ain't nobody shooting around here. Everybody that's around here, family. All love, no hate, be clear. No shade, all love, be real. You love them, you should know how it feel. Tired of all these badass kids. Tired of paying all these bills. Family going through the same thing, so they know exactly how you feel. They supply a shoulder I can cry. I provide a place where they can heal. Leave my money out, they don't steal. Let them have it if it's for a bill. Soldier for me when they in the field. Only way I live, family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family, he my family, she my family, he my family, she my family. We are family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family, he my family, she my family, he my family, she my family. We are family. We might have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. I got some people I call that ain't kin, that's gonna pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. Family all around me.
Shalom, 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 family. The brother stopped the intro, but listen, I have an emergency to announce. We have a runaway train that has no brakes. That's our dear brother Malaki Macabee. Hey, Most High family, Most High bless the chat. You know, we have a special guest. Actually, he's not a guest; he's family. You know, and we're gonna talk about what went down yesterday on the sister channel. But before that, before I go in and let her start going in and talk about it, Naphtali, you want to say hello to the family?
Of course. Shalom and most high bless to everybody out there in the chat. Thank you all so much for tuning in. This was a we didn't know that this was going to happen, but hey, it's taking place and it's going down. It's going down.
You're damn right it's going down, because listen, at the end of the day, in Israel, you know, the Bible speaks about no respect of person, right? No respect of person. And with me, I don't have no respect of person, meaning I have no favoritism. You know, what I saw yesterday, I see some of my brother Mally points he was saying, but overall, nah, it didn't go down the way the sister wanted to go down. And she's going to, in fact, I'm just going to let her explain to y'all why she wanted it on her channel and what she was trying to accomplish and what actually went down. And then since you went into your presentation, I'll land me back on it sometime.
Yeah, so guys, we all know that it's been a triple event, right? We saw it on over here on F.O.P.E. We went over there, we saw it on JJ's channel, and then I was going to have it on my channel. Now, what I noticed with what they were doing on these, you know, on Elder QANATH's channel and over there with JJ's channel, I just felt like they didn't really get a chance for them to really talk, to really explain, provide their background, open up, and you know, give us a little bit more of their information. So what I said was I was going to take an alternative approach. I wanted to provide them the time to give us their background. What was their, how did they grow up? What did they believe in? Did they believe in anything? Was they in the church? Malachi shared that he was in many different walks of life, and then I wanted to know what, led you out of the Bible and what was so, great about the Owaspie Bible, which led you in. I just really wanted to dialogue with them and have a, a genuine conversation. And then after that, with that conversation, I wanted to branch off into, us showcasing our information. Now, prior to um prior to us coming on, he was over here on F.O.P.E, and one of the things that he did was he shared a Göbekli Tepe source, and I was like, okay, well, I have something for the Bible with Göbekli Tepe, so I wanted him to share his, and I wanted to share mine. Remember, our debate was not it wasn't even a debate. It was supposed to just merely be a conversation, but our conversation was merely about which book was more ethical, moral, and all that. So this whole Göbekli Tepe thing really had nothing to do with it. I just thought it would have been fun, something to just, I didn't think it was going to take as long as it did. I didn't think it was going to cause as much confusion as it did. Because I didn't even have all my stuff together. I just, pulled some things out and was like, hey, look at this. I had some fun facts. I wanted to showcase how many people, like how the Bible said that the ark landed on Mount Ararat, which is where they have an indention of an ark there. And then they also have the dimensions, which actually match what the Bible says. And then on top of that, they have the the oldest vineyard there. And we know that when Noah came off of the ark, he actually grew a vineyard. So I just wanted to share my stuff and have him share his. But what ended up happening is things went left. So I'm gonna play this clip, and I want you guys to hear how he expresses what happened. So let's go ahead and play this clip. Things went left. So I'm gonna play this clip, and I want you guys to hear how he. I'm sorry, 1 second. There was some feedback. All right, here we go.
You got to do what you watch. I'm going in, and all she do is what? Okay, that's enough. We heard enough type. Nah, bro. Like, look, nobody's going to talk at me. I'll never let that happen. You already know.
In 1.4.
My bad. I'm just getting off work. And, bro, look, me and her was supposed to been talking about which one is more ethical. She asked me a question about archaeology and got her shit rocked, bro. QANATH. She don't know what the fuck she talking about, bro. Period. Like, I know that she champ and all that, bro. She got embarrassed last night when I was on her. It was sad. It was very, very sad. For one, trip off this. She asked about archaeology. I pull up the timetables of prophecy. Okay? I give the years that the 21st arc cycle since the creation of mortals go down. From 10,353 BC to 7,053 BC. It's called the arc. Time is measured in arc cycles. It's called the Ark of David. The high-raised angel that the Creator sent to bring science and astrology to man was a high-raised angel by the name of Osiris or Osir. Osir is not the Osiris in Egypt in 2400 BCE. It's somebody totally different. Now, that man inspired mortals to build the first observatories and temples. Remember the date, okay? Now, in 1994, Göbekli Tepe was discovered. All right, it was written down in Owaspie in 1881, bro. 1881, and based off what we got, it's called the Hill of Osiris. I show the time period. I show the dates. She asked me, what does that have to do with Owaspie? I go right to the Owaspie and show her. During this time period is when this was discovered. Göbekli Tepe shouldn't even be there, bro. Especially dated to that time period. Now trip off this. She goes on and put her foot in her mouth and say this. Oh no, that wasn't 12,000 years ago. Göbekli Tepe was 8,000 years ago. Remember that? 8,000. Okay, so she got Göbekli Tepe around 6,000 BC, right? Remember that. So then I tell everybody she don't got no timeline to show y'all. She goes to her source, Biblical Maps and Timeline, QANATH. I ask her, When does that timeline say the earth was created? She say 6,000 years ago. QANATH, that's 4,000 BC. That's 2,000 years later than what her source said Göbekli Tepe was dated in. How the hell was Göbekli Tepe older than the creation of the world according to her source? How? Then I asked her, when was the flood according to you? When? She said 4,500 years ago. QANATH, that's 2,500 BC. Well, how are the animals drawn or carved on Göbekli Tepe, the animals that Noah had on the ark, when according to her source, Göbekli Tepe was 6,000 BC? And trip off this, according to her, the flood went to 2,500 BC. She off about 3,500 years, QANATH. That girl is slow, bruh. That's what I'm saying.
8 miles.
It was real easy for me for what I was bringing out, bro. It was real easy to understand. And see, that's what it is. She try to be slick and pop her little shots. Look, she ain't finna talk at me. No nigga finna talk at me. No, ask your questions or let's build about this topic of morals. We were supposed to be talking about morality. She asked what archaeology validates the Owaspie. I pulled out and showed, dumped a 100-round clip over there. QANATH dropped a light bomb. You already know how I get down. Right, and proved it. They dated it to 9,500 BCE. That's during the time arc period that I showed. Okay. All right. Then I bring up what? I bring up the actual article that calls it an astrological observatory, and they call it the second hill of Osiris. Well, hold on. Osiris in Egypt wasn't around till 2,400 BC. How was Göbekli Tepe dated to 9,500 BC and they calling it the Hill of Osiris and connecting it to the stars of Orion? And why is it when we open up Owaspie, Osiris is an Orion god? Not worshipped. Never worshipped. He's just a son of the creator. That came to inspire mortals to science and astrology. Look, it went into the zodiacs, it went into the 12 months of the year. It even went to the temples that he inspired for observatories to study stars. I showed it. I showed the time period. I showed the articles. I showed where it was saying that that's the Hill of Osiris. And I went to the Owaspie and showed that it was inspired during that time period that they date. Now, Owaspie wasn't written to 1881, Jack. It wasn't discovered in 1994, Göbekli Tepe. That's 113 years later. She asked what archaeology validates Owaspie. I just showed her one situation and it rocked her shit. And the only reason we were still doing that is because she kept trying to rebut and show her sources. And I told her, you ain't got to believe what I'm talking about. The whole thing is to be able to show and prove. The animals that Göbekli Tepe ain't got shit to do with Noah, QANATH. According to her source, they are older than the creation story and the flood of Noah. She's slow out. She don't know what she doing. Look, for real, get her out these streets. Y'all really need to have K. Judah out there debating. Y'all need to get Naphtali out these streets. She out here looking horrible. Horrible. You know that. So no, that ain't on me, bro. All you gotta do is go look, man. I bodied that shit quick. That shit wasn't even hard. And QANATH, when I'm saying she better than that, she is.
Hey, pause it for a second.
She know.
Yeah, let me let y'all in like what's going on. Me and Mally talk all the time, and Mally was sending me this. I was like, man, I'm listening to the stuff that he's saying. I'm like, well, she's gonna have to answer to this, because if he's saying all this and if it's true, then maybe he has a point. So I text him. And I actually told him, I said, you know what? I got to let her hear this because she has to answer to it. Right. And I told him to go back and watch the video again. And I did. So I told the sister, I said, I told Mally that I'm going to let you hear these messages, right? That he's attacking your scholarship. You know, he said a few little things in the heat of his conversation, you know, but he said some things that needs to be answered. So, here we go. Go ahead, sis.
Did you want me to finish? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and finish.
Yeah, do whatever you want to do.
Well, that 8,000 years ago is 6,000 BC. She know that, right? And then when I called her on her timeline, and when did your timeline say the earth was created? She said 6,000 years ago. QANATH, that's 4,000 BC. How in the hell is Göbekli Tepe older than the timeline you pulled out? And they saying the world was created. So if Göbekli Tepe, according to her source, is older than her creation story, bro, it's definitely older than the flood of Noah. So the animals that they found on Göbekli Tepe's pillars have everything to do with the zodiac. It ain't got shit to do with Noah's ark or the boat of Noah. Ain't got nothing to do with that. She cut herself, bro. And that's why, and then look, and on top of that, I'm like, look, I'm not finna keep talking in circles with you. I've been on here 2 hours. And the flyer said 7:30. Why everybody on that deal at 7:15? So now it's looking like I'm late. Nah, bro, that shit was off. So look, the whole thing is from her platform to JJ's to yours to the source. Hey, Creator Gang done rushed every last one of them. I done debated on them. We done sat in hot seats. We done chopped it up and had dialogues. And I know it's gonna get a little. I know it's gonna get a little heated. I understand that. But what I'm saying is, she not about to talk at me and try to belittle me like, nigga, like they did with their little rap video and shit. Like, nigga, I can Joan back too. I can make clips and Joan back, but whenever I do that, niggas get to talking crazy like, Mally, you a bully. Niggas was all in the chat, Mally bullying her. Like, man, these niggas is soft now. Straight up. The best one y'all got over there is K. Judah, bro. Y'all need to have him debating. And that's one of my little bros. Y'all need to have K. Judah debating out here, man. He need to get it in. Naphtali need to sit her ass down somewhere, bro. She don't know what the fuck she talking about, QANATH. She don't. She don't. The girl is off. And she knew she cut herself because she looked right over to the right. You feel me? And got right off camera. She cut herself. She's so lustful and trying to cut me because niggas think I lost the light. But how when I'm kicking everybody's ass, QANATH? How? How? I don't know what these niggas finna ask me. They ask me, go right to it. So how is everybody ass getting kicked, but Malaki Macabee done lost the light? I told everybody I'm an Israelite. I still read the Bible. But the school of thought I come out of, we've been reading all type of other books. Bro, we ain't no One West niggas when we just read the 1611 King James Bible, bro. The zone I come out of in Israel, bro, we read everything. So if anybody got the right to compare and contrast or to tell y'all like, look, bro, ain't nothing messing with Owaski right now, it's not. Y'all want to make it about a white boy. Fuck him. Fuck him. We ain't even tripping off him. We only bring him up because y'all bring him up. Let's deal with the information in the book, and you'll see dealing with the information in the book, bro, is bar none. Ain't nothing messing with it. That's it. And look, we ain't over here on nothing demonic or satanic. You can't point nothing satanic that we teach. You may not agree with it, but it's not wicked. We the ones telling y'all, nah, don't be going to war. We the ones tell you if God tell you to kill your son, you better not do it. We the ones tell you if your God tell you to go bash some little babies' heads against the skull, you better not do it. Bro, she better be happy we ain't get to no type of morality, bro. Bro, listen to me. I would have fucked around and ended her entire career yesterday. If we would have went past that, it'd have been over. And look, I love her too much for that, to embarrass her like that. Bro, you know how ready I was? Bro, listen to me. I was prepared to talk about everything. Prophecy, archaeology, science, creation, cosmogony, God, the God concept, salvation, resurrection. What happens when you die? Bro, I was ready to talk about all that. And by the time I got done, bro, listen to me. It'd have been embarrassing for her. So it's good we only went that far. It's good, it's like, okay, it's been over 2 hours. The only reason we still on it is because she keep talking about it. And I ain't finna let her think she got one off. So, nigga, I'm gonna keep responding. She is smarter than that. She know 8,000 years ago is older than 6,000 years ago. She know 8,000 years ago is older than 4,500 years ago. So everything she's saying is off. Number love, OG. I'm just saying, like, I told her, we gonna keep it real first before we do anything. And until y'all ready to keep it real first, QANATH, Y'all not ready to have no conversation with us, bro. We objective realists. We gonna keep it real before we do anything. We gonna be real about the situation and be like, yeah, that don't make sense. Yeah, that make all the sense. And then we can chop it up. But if you ain't willing to be real with that shit, why you think a Mahara Call can run around and talk about is rape in the Bible and baby killing and all that, and then y'all come back behind him and say, no, it really don't mean that. The reason he can do that is because it's written in Bible. You know what I mean? It's written in the Bible. The reason Sarnetta got a lot of niggas looking stupid is because they're in denial about what's written in the text. Now, we can argue about what it means all day, but it is written in there. It's written in there. You dig? So the reason Sarnetta got niggas looking goofy and Mahar, oh my God, y'all got this nigga feeling confident in rape and baby killing and woman mutilation and all that, big dog. Come on now. The reason Sarnetta can look like he's a biblical scholar is because brothers like you, brothers like y'all, and sisters like y'all, right, are in denial. You might as well just keep it real and say, yeah, it do say that. And even if it do say it, I don't agree with it. At least be solid. Keep it real first. You know what I mean? And that's what I was telling her. You better than that and smarter than that. You know 8,000 is more than 4,000. You know 8,000 is more than 6,000. You know that. You acting like Noah and them got off the ark and carved some damn animals on some stone walls. What the hell is this woman talking about now? These are the animals that got off Noah's ark. Well, who the fuck drew them? Who drew and carved them? Come on, bro. That stuff been around way before us, quote unquote, Noah's ark. You know what I mean? According to the biblical timeline. You know what I mean? Stop it, bro. Stop it. And she proved last night she's low hanging fruit. Y'all, you men need to be spearheading that debate league over there, bro. You, Sham, K. Judah. Y'all need to be spearheading that. Not Naphtali, bro. Y'all got her pumped up and she realized yesterday she's way out of her league. She is. You know what I mean? She don't even need to be out there. I told you a long time ago, I'm not finna debate this little girl, man. I'll crush her. I'll crush Naphtali, bro. Really. She better be happy it wasn't no time rounds and all that. If it was that, bro, it'd have been a slaughter for her. Easy. And this nigga Yavin fell asleep on the phone. This nigga was snoring and shit. I'm like, now who y'all got watching this girl back, man? Who y'all got watching her back? This nigga was on the phone snoring. But hey, look.
Okay, hold on. Pause it right there. Pause. Stop right there.
We rush Sarnetta platform. We rush the source.
Yeah, I wanted to say something real quick, right? Because I heard I saw a comment saying the realest shit is another comment. Let me hold on a second. Y'all ain't proved nothing. Dude, right? So y'all can't even be mad at him. Well, here's the thing. I'm not mad at him. That's how he feel. You know what I mean? And when I told him, I said, I gotta let the sister hear this because it has to be answered. It's a lot of accusations of on the text and the information that she's supposed to brought out and the information he brought out, and see if it's going to be real. So, you know, who is right, who's wrong. As far as the woman thing, a woman, nah, I don't get down with that one. You know, if a woman could be a champion, anything, or just smart as a man, any damn thing, point blank, period. And also, now I gotta say this: when he was talking about Mahar, he does not agree. I do know this for a fact. He does not agree with the rape thing, right? He was saying if that's what it's saying in the text, and ain't nobody really going combating it, then yeah, you know, and he's feeling real confident. But you know, they already got shut down. But he said a lot of things, right? I don't know how much more y'all gonna play, but he said a lot of things, and I hope y'all was taking notes because the sister's going to bust seal all night on everything that he said. So I'm glad, and moderators, you know, as long as nobody don't say nothing disrespectful or curse, you know, let everybody get a chance to say they, you know, everybody got their opinion. You know, go ahead, sis.
All right, We don't have too much left. I just want to make sure he gets it all out.
State League, F.O.P.E, Naphtali's last night, and the Lions Den. So y'all got to come on home. Y'all want to entertain us. Y'all come on over to the creative game. You know what I mean? Let us question y'all, put y'all in the hot seat about the God concept and the baby killing and all that. Y'all come on over where we at. You know what I mean? And when it come down to the debates, and if y'all got judges, we need to be the ones judging the debates. Because y'all not ready for us, bro. We got the information we dealing with is higher than all that. And you know I know Bible. I know it backwards and forward. I've been an Israelite longer than you, QANATH. I've been teaching longer than you, so you know I know. If anybody is qualified to tell you, like, look, hey, something ain't right, you dig? Hey, it's a higher light outside. If anybody qualified to tell you, it's me. Because I done read it all. I done damn near read all of it. I'm talking about all the spiritual texts and books. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Get that together, man. Y'all brothers showing to get on that front line, man. Get her off the front line. She need to be at home entertaining her husband and her children, bro. You dig? She should not be spearheading your debate league. They don't even look right. What the hell you mean the champ is her? You dig, bro? She got cooked last night.
So that sounds like a challenge. That sounds like a debate challenge right there. Since Salah Salone, he's letting this student come in. He's running. So that sounds like a challenge. But go ahead, sis. What you think?
All right, so let me go ahead and say this. Shalom, most high bless to all you guys that have made it into the chat. We're going to have some fun today. You guys heard what he had to say, right? He had a lot to go in. If you guys know me, if you follow me, you probably know that I'm not big on shit talking. That ain't what I do. But tonight is going to be. You're going to see a side of me that you never really don't see too much. So the thing is, this man, I don't know, this low-level working individual is probably angry because he had to go work his 9 to 12 job and on his hands and feet, and he's probably was tired and upset because, you know, me, I work from home. I'm a six-figure working woman. I don't have to stand. I'm a senior data analyst. I analyze data for a living. I get paid very handsomely to do that. So if you want to talk to me about information, let's talk about the information. If you guys didn't, at the beginning, I talked about how I did it wasn't a debate, it was a conversation. I had my guard down. I really wanted to, if you watch the beginning of it, I sat there and I allowed all of them to sit there and tell their background because I really was interested and wanted to know, why did you want to leave the Bible? And, you know, and a lot of them talked for a very long time. He got up there and said he was on there for 2 hours, an hour that you were not around, and I apologize because I gave him the wrong time. I thought it was 7:15, but it was actually 7. He came in at 7:30, and then I allowed each one. He had Cosmon up there, Salah was up there, and himself, and they all got a chance to. Some Mexican guy. They all got a chance to explain their background, and I allowed that. That's how you know that this wasn't even that type of conversation. Now with this Göbekli Tepe stuff, right? He shared that on Elder Quanah's channel. So I said, well, I gotta, you know, I didn't even have all of my stuff. But guess what? I have enough of it for tonight. So I'm getting ready to share my screen and let's start. All right, let me get ready to share my screen. And I'm going to truly tell you how I feel. I didn't have anything like this when I first was setting up with him, but I have it now. 1 second.
And while you getting that set up, everybody's keep the my keyboard sticking too. Everybody keep the chat respectful. And I'm really talking to the Cosmon brothers, you know, because everybody always keep it respectful. So y'all can go for back and forth in the chat. But when you say somebody's soft voice and all that, that's disrespectful. You know what I mean? But
somebody is what?
Sounds good with the soft voice at all, but we see through it. I mean, do it sound better if I talk and is my voice attractive enough? You know what I mean? Come on, man. It's a lot of ways we can take that shit. You know, I like hearing a soft voice. You know what I mean? I listen more. right? That's how I like doing it. I like listening. But I guess people want to hear this voice. Go ahead, sis.
Can you see my screen? Let me know when everybody can. Oh,
I see it.
I see it. Okay. Did I share it the right way? Okay. No. Okay. All right, guys. So this he said F this white man, right? He said F him. He doesn't care. So the thing is, you know who he cared about though? He cared about this black woman. He made sure to put me down. He made sure to diminish me. He made sure to tell Elder QANATH to let me go. But whatever this man has done, anything in his past, anything that he has, anything that has transpired, he's telling you to forget it. Don't even worry about it. Put all that to the side. That's not important. But hey, with Naphtali though, you know what I'm saying? You better dismiss her, diminish her, whatever you got to say. You make sure you do all of that, right? And when you see her come and just run for the hills, right? You just don't respect her. You know what I'm saying? The little bit of stuff that she did, she deserved everything that I gave to her. But what this man has done, he deserves absolutely nothing but your respect, your attention, and your undeniable devotion. There is no and worship, because there is no sources that actually say the Owaspie correlates with anything historically. Now you can find the Bible, you can find outside sources, outside historians, and that's one thing that I was saying, because when I mentioned mine, I mentioned Josephus and I mentioned Berosus, who mentioned that they said that Noah's Ark landed here, and then also people took pieces off the boat. That was from Josephus and that was Berosus, and people respect them. Now, are they going to be somebody that you're just going to throw everything against, throw everything away for? Heck no. But the thing is he don't have anybody coming out respecting anything that this man is saying. But guess what? Christ already knew that this was coming. He foretold. He talking about somebody foretelling things, but Christ foretold. He said in Matthew 24:24, for there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Now, a lot of us look at Malachi as if he used to be some form of the elect. I personally, I'm in St. Louis, and we went to his Passover, and ironically, Elder QANATH was there and Sharshan and their families, but we didn't even know each other at that time. Well, how does it? How things work, right? But like I said, it says many shall come. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. And that's what's taking place here. But let me continue on. So in 1 Timothy 4:1, it said, now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. That's what our boy Malachi is. You see that his approach and the way that he's yelling and screaming and all that cursing and all that foolishness over something as small as a conversation. I hate to see what happens when somebody actually, I don't know, don't wash a dish in his house. What's getting ready to happen? Yeah, his woman better watch out. Because this man is like, the way he's talking about me, because I didn't provide a date. Okay. And then you go off on that because I didn't provide a date. The only thing is I didn't have the source prepared because I didn't know I was really going. We weren't, like he said, the conversation was supposed to be about morale and all of this. So I didn't have it, but I have it now. Don't worry, I have it now because I need it. I have things that I need. But here we have this guy here, sadly, who has, given into these seducing spirits, and I hope these spirits continue to seduce him and he never wakes up. How about that? I know that's Christly of me, but hey, that's why I need to be saved. But here we go. Let's just continue. So this is the white guy that he said, and I don't curse, guys. That's not what I do, but I'm gonna do it tonight. He said, fuck him, right? That was his words. He said, fuck him. Fuck whatever he does. So who is John Ballou Newberg? It says John Ballou Newborough, or whatever his name is a 33rd degree Mason. Oh my goodness. Now everybody didn't heard all about the Illuminati, all this stuff about these Masons, and then not the fact that he was a lower level Mason, but he made it all the way up to the highest level, which is the 33rd degree. And they talking about some, oh, he's a vegetarian, all right. And it says, and an avid student of the world's religions. He was an inventive man and a holder of numerous U.S. patents, including patents for calculation devices, manufacturer of rubber, artificial teeth, furnace pots, car for railway, ventilators, and exercising apparatus. So while he was doing all that, we know he's a dentist, but guess what? He is a 33rd degree Mason. Now it says here, the many of the rites and rituals of Freemasonry and letters on the Masonic Institution by John Quincy Adams, so that's the source, he says, we learn of an ancient Masonic ritual, which is known as the fifth libation, which involves drinking wine from a human skull. It says every Mason takes death oaths, and several Masonic executions have taken place throughout history. So this is the man where he wants to drop his Bible for and follow independently, because remember, nobody else is a secondary source. We don't have another person that came before him that wrote an Owaski Bible. We don't have anybody 1,000 years that came and wrote an Owaski Bible. Nobody has looked in a cave. No one has went and looked on the reliefs of the of temples and like he said, Göbekli Tepe. No one has looked on in Göbekli Tepe and found any manuscripts of anything that this man is talking about. The only thing you can find is what he has to say. And for somebody to put this much faith, that's why they're called a faithist, because they put so much faith in this white man. Yeah, I went on and said it. Yeah, why would you put your faith in somebody like that? Don't nobody do that. No one does that. But let me slow down. He does. So in 1 Corinthians 10:21, he says, ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of the devils. Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the devil's table, the table of the devil. So we heard all these so-called faithists, these Owaski followers. Salah has a Hebrew name. Malachi has a Hebrew name. They over here quoting scriptures always in the Bible, all this and all that. You can't be drinking out of the cup of the Most High and also devils. Come on now. We know he got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Go ahead and just jump on out. Just jump on out. Be ready for you to go. The Most High don't want you, because if he did, he'll make sure that you had the information that you needed to be an Israelite. Go on and continue to be a faithist. So, Dr. Newborough was also a 33rd degree Mason, and his grave is in the Masonic burial grounds at Las Cruces, New Mexico. So people want to talk about, well, you know, he was a Mason. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he left Masonry. No, he was buried on their grounds in a Masonic cemetery. He was buried. That's how supported and people respected this man in this Masonic cult, right? That's what and then they all sit at there, these so-called, he was a spiritualist. And what spiritualists do, they all sit at these tables and have seances. And they said that through automatic writing, so a spirit, some kind of entity inserted itself into this man, and then he was able to write something. And guess what? He was the only one that wrote it, but they're not these so-called woke or these. He said that he was very intellectual. You can't be, because nobody sits down. Whenever there's a hypothesis that is generated, scientists, they go and they test the hypothesis, and they do the experiment, and then they provide their conclusion. And then you know what happens? Another scientist would come, and then they would come out and they would test the conclusion as well. That's just logic, and that's just the way it is, but not with these guys. There's nothing historical to support this. So here's the basic teachings. He got up here on that phone call, very upset with me, but I have that approach on people, I bring out a side of them that they just can't seem to control. I get it. But he said the teachings, right? So the basic teachings, according to Yahawashi, it says when mortals die, their spirits continue to live regardless of who they worship or even whether they disbelieved in an afterlife. So right here, the Yahawashi says whenever someone dies, their spirit continues on to live. It says regardless of who they worship, so it doesn't matter what God it says, or even whether they believed in the afterlife. The spirit realm becomes their new home, which is called heaven, and that individual spirit is called an angel. So there's actually a hierarchy. You have a man, and then once the man dies, you elevate up to an angel. I'm sorry, guys, I'm getting some messages. Okay. You elevate into
Hey, Naphtali, excuse me, Naphtali. Do you know who Sky Judah is? Is that King Judah?
Where are you seeing Sky Judah?
Because somebody's in the back wanting to come in, and I don't want nobody in if it's not King Judah. I don't know who else Sky Judah is. You have to show your face, and it's also saying I can't let you on because your mic.
No, that's not King Judah, but that's Sky Judah. He can. I don't know who that is, but people can be. Once I'm done, we can definitely allow people to come on, but not right
No
now.
doubt, no doubt.
So, according to Yahawashi, when mortals die, their spirits continue to live regardless of who they worship. So it doesn't matter who they worship, right? You can be worshiping the devil. You can be out here sacrificing children, out here being cannibalistic, whatever. They just say that regardless of who you worship, regardless of how you worship these people, or whether they disbelieved in the afterlife, the spirit realm becomes their new home, which is called heaven. And the individual spirit is called an angel. Now, the good thing about this Yahawashi Bible that I'm noticing, and when I read more and more into it, is that it doesn't hold anybody accountable for their actions. It just allows you to do whatever you want to do. And once you die, you get to start over again, and you actually elevate. You elevate into this angel. And then I talked to a brother last night, and he told me when he died, he wanted to become a god. Now, that's okay. I don't have a problem with you when you want to die, you want to become a god. But guess what he said he wanted to do? He said he wanted to interact in war. Why would war come out of your mouth after you die? When you want to try to cause peace within, grant people, once you live, and if let's just say you reincarnated and you came back on the earth, you should know some things to try to help people. You were in the past, and then you got to see some things that people who have never lived, you get to present it to them. It's like you came back from the future, from the past to the future. So the thing is like this: these people are clearly evil, and I'm going to show you how evil they are. So in Deuteronomy 18:10-12, it says, "There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter pass through the fire, or that uses divination, or an observer or time, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consultant with familiar spirit, or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord, and because of these abominations, the Lord thy God doth drive them out from before thee." And that was Malachi. The Most High made sure that he woke us up to Malachi, and he drove him away. So now all of us are woken. We don't have to sit underneath him and try to, reason with this man or try to understand him. The Most High is doing that. He's according to Deuteronomy 18. Now let's take a look at this Yahawashi Bible's true history, right? So it says Yahawashi Bible's cults have a past history of child murderers by starvation and sexual molestation of underage runaway boys. Now remember, this is that morality, right? And also, because if this book was supposed to be so much better than the Bible, why would anybody turn to wanting to harm, molest, and starve children? How did they come up with it? Their book should be telling you, oh no, you shouldn't dare do anything like that. You shouldn't even have it in your heart. But right here, these UFO doomsday cults. It says 12 mysterious deaths reveal weird religious sects. It says another cult leader, Roy Shipman, was murdered on a cult farm in Georgia. This group has left a trail of murdered children who were starved to death, outright murderers of cult leaders, and the molestation of underage runaway boys who were drugged with LSD and raped. Here we are again. Are the Masons a demonic influence in Owaspie? Part 1, Chapter 5, Discovering the True Path of Owaspie, Robert Bayer. So somebody wrote this. And here are some things that came out of this book. It says there were 15 different UFO doomsday cults based on Owaspie Bible in Anaheim, California. What are the odds with that? 15 based doomsday? I mean, he talks about, oh, my book. You see how angry that man is? He's going to be having some doomsday too, because you see how bitter and angry he is over a small conversation? This is what that book does. It causes them to harm and want to kill and destroy. You know what I'm saying? So y'all may want to watch our backs with that man. But here we go. It says there were 15 different UFO doomsday cults based on the Owaspie Bible in Anaheim, California alone. That's just the ones in Anaheim, California from 1970 to 1970 to 1986. They recruited hundreds of Owaspie Bible students. Universal Light ripped dozens of families, marriages, and careers apart so brainwashed idiots, Malachi, let's insert him there, could go live in a Owaspie Bible cult waiting for the end of the world and a sick UFO rescue. This group was almost identical to Heaven's Gate suicide cult. So if you guys are familiar with Heaven's Gates, this Owaspie is the same thing. It says another cult leader, Ray Shipman. So we read that one. It says, and Malachi is a cult leader, but we know that his true cult leader is Salah Shalom, and he don't want to talk to me. And I understand why. I wouldn't want to talk to me either. I said, this is the fruit of this is the fruit of their labor. It says here, 14 dead children. So remember the first one, it was, 12? And now this one is 14 dead children. All of them starved to death again. So why do they keep wanting to starve children? I thought this book was so much, love and compassion, to the point where they say you can't even eat an animal. It's a death cult. So it says they're trying to get their kids to go off and die so they can move up to the next level. I guess they say if you start as a kid and you die, you get to move up to being an angel real quick. And then their philosophy says after you die, that you can go on and be a god. So in order for you to move up, you got to die. So I guess they say we might as well start this process now and go ahead and start the killing. And then by the time they get up there, they'll be gods, and then they'll probably be lords. And that's just how it is. And that's the logic that these people have. And then I guess some of them said I might as well give them some pleasure. I don't know, some sexual pleasure in the process by molesting and raping innocent young children. So anyway, this was the fruit of their labors. It was 14 dead children, all of them starved to death in 2 different Owaspie cults in Arbels, Colorado. So here, this one's in Colorado. Remember, it was 15 in Anaheim, California. This one here took place in Colorado, and Placentia, California. So there was one in Arby's, Colorado, and another one in Placentia, California. And the drugging with LSD and rape of underage boys. Okay, they said it was 3 men, Ray, Robert, Claude, were alleged having been involved in drugging underage runaway boys with LSD and raping them. One boy was 14 years old. Now, this was the Brotherhood of Light in Arbels, Colorado. They starved the 12 children to death on a Owaspie Bible cult form in 1906. So immediately after this book was released in 1800s, right? So not even 100 years ago, they have 12 children that was killed in 1906. So they can't say that this was not based off of this book. They can't say that this was just what is the word I'm looking for? Like it just happened randomly. This actually, if you saw it happen back in 1906, and then you saw it happening in the 80s, you started happening in the 70s and the 80s, this is not a coincidence. This is not a coincidence. This is based off of this doctrine and the logic of this book. And they're trying to help them to ascend to the next level, is what they probably say. They're probably saying, hey, if the faster they die, the faster they can become an angel. And then after becoming an angel, they can become a god. And after becoming a god, they can become a Lord. And this is what Malachi's Macabee, you have death, is going to do. His death cult is going to teach that as well, sadly. But it says here, Societas Fraternia in Placentia, California, starved 2 children to death. L.W.A.S.P. Bible Code from in 1895. So remember, we got one in 1895, and then we have one here in 1906. So this book, if I'm not mistaken, was written in 1881. So you mean to tell me not even 10 years they already molesting and starving kids based off of this doctrine? You guys said
Hold on, sis, real quick. I'm trying to. I see her in the back room, but it's not letting me on star. I see Lima says Lima Tribe, and that's my the other brother I was trying to get on too, but I couldn't. It's not letting me on. My laptop is slow. Shan will have to do it. So Shan, you gotta let her in if you see it. Let her in because my laptop is slow. I'm on my phone, not even on my. You don't see my screen. I'm talking from my phone, but I can see her in the back, but I can't press no button. Sorry about that. That's how I had to respond to my sisters.
no, of course, anything. Come on now. It is what I'm saying is not that serious. We
Yeah,
got
go ahead.
our family out there. We got to take care of our families.
Right.
Unless, I mean, unless you in this OWASP code, we see what they do to their families. But here, and if you need to interrupt me, just let me know. All right. So it says the first 1-year-old infant that was raised on the peeled apples, the child at 1 year of age was skin and bone. The infant could not even move. The second child he was skin and bone, was Alice, the 18-year-old daughter of the cult leader George R. Hindi. She was not fond of the OWASP. The fanatical father locked her in a room for 2 years, and she died of starvation because her father fed her bread and water. Another cult leader, Ray Shippelman, was murdered on the Four Winds of Village OWASP Bible Cult Forums in Tiger, Georgia in 1986. It says $10,000 in cash was stolen out of his room the same day. So here is just some of them, I'm sure the many. Yeah, these doomsday cults and the horrific murders of innocent children and rapes and murder, right? So let's get to this whole thing about this Göbekli Tepe, right? This is what this whole thing is about. So I'm utilizing the World History Encyclopedia, and they say Lost Civilization of Anatolia, Göbekli Tepe. Now, I'm sorry, it's kind of small, but right here it says that the age of the Göbekli Tepe is 12,000 years, according to this source, right? So they're saying it's 12,000 years, and this is even smaller. Wow. Okay. So, his point was the Hill of Osiris. So they have a book in their OWASP Bible that talks about somebody by the name of Osiris. And Osiris was supposed to, at some time frame, went to a astronomy site, and so he was trying to correlate that to his book, which he has. You can I'm not going to make a big deal out of it, but the thing is this: the way they spelled Osiris's name in the book is not even how Osiris spells his name. I tried to highlight it. It's Osire. Okay. And if you look at other names for Osiris, and I have other names here, none of them are Osire. So we don't know who this Osiris is, but he's trying to take claim to it. And remember, he's trying to take claim to it to support his Bible, so let's just keep going. So here it is. It says Göbekli Tepe, archaeoastronomy, and the second hill of Osiris. So he's saying that this correlates with his scripture, whatever. So that's fine. Even though when you read this, OWASP Bible is nowhere to be found. No one's mentioning that the OWASP Bible has struck gold or has opened up a doorway or a linkage. It hasn't done anything. There is no tablets. There's nothing, no manuscripts, nothing to link these together. All we have is the opinion of someone. And people are entitled to their opinion. But people have to understand we need more than just your opinion. Okay? A lot of people have a lot of things that they have to say. Doesn't mean it's right. So here it is. Göbekli Tepe is the world's first astronomical observatory. Now, when you read this source, it says that Earth's northern hemisphere was covered in enormous ice age glaciers. So this isn't important, but they're just talking about this world's first astronomical observatory. And this is what his whole big deal was about. He wanted to talk about this. Now, when I highlighted right here, it says Göbekli Tepe's design and age have captured the public's imagination for decades. It has been the subject of widespread and often breathless press coverage and documentaries, as well as countless conspiracy theories from aliens to fantastical claims about ancient technological advances, civilizations. Now listen to what it says here. Some scientists, now it didn't say UFO death cults. It didn't say some people. It says some scientists, primarily those not connected to the core group excavating the site, have speculated that Göbekli Tepe was actually an astronomical observatory of, or perhaps even the biblical Garden of Eden. Wow. Did they mention Owaspie anything in this? But why would they mention the Bible? Why would they mention the Bible? But if his information is supposed to be so front centered, they mention the Bible here. But let's just keep going, right? Let's just keep going. So I told him, and this whole thing had to do with me and my presentation, where I talked about Noah's Ark being I have a source that's going to let me just go ahead and go to that first, because I should have had that first. Here it is. So this was somebody wrote. This is an article that someone wrote. Okay, I didn't write this. This is what someone wrote. Remember, he has nothing that anybody has written as far as scientists or anybody that has written. Only thing he has that's written is children dying. Unfortunately, that's what's being written are these news clips and articles about how these children, and they link it right to the Owaspie Bible just fine. They link this to the Owaspie Bible just fine, but they're not linking the Owaspie Bible to any historical facts, right? So here we go. They say Noah's beast released on the hills of Göbekli Tepe. So he was talking in his clip. He was like, I don't know what's up with Naphtali. She talking about some animals that came off the ark. Who cares? Or why would somebody do that? Why would somebody draw or I guess create these megaliths on anything in Göbekli Tepe? Well, last time I checked, there's a lot of people that draw all types of. That's how you are able to have history. Is when you go to Egypt, you're going to see them drawing all types of things on their reliefs, on their walls. So the thing is, on their megaliths and all that. What is your point? So right here it says Noah's beast released on the hills of Göbekli Tepe. Perhaps the key to understanding the site of Göbekli Tepe lies in its impressive carving situated on a cluster of pillars. As this no Owaspie nowhere, right? It says, as described in my previous article, see the oldest temple in the world and its mystery. They are T-shaped, decorated with strange zoomorphic imagery. The latter represents elaborate and naturalistic animal characters, both in low, high, and full relief, allowing three-dimension figures signifying improbable menagerie. Conrad Noren 2020. So that's the source, right? It says images of various animals found, including birds and insects, all in all, create an astonishing menagerie that continues to amaze archaeologists, right? Who have studied the site to this day. An archaeologist by the name of Paul Bond, PhD, admits that there is no other archaeological site in the world with a similar variety of zoomorphic representations in stone. Their juxtaposition is also interesting. Therefore, there are many different speculations concerning a livestock inventory. I'm sorry. I think I skipped the line. Let me see. There are many speculations concerning their interpretations. For example, an author, Andrew Collins, suspects that Noah's Ark had actually been immortalized on the stones of the site, as if it had a livestock inventory of the Ark bones, discovered 500 kilometers south of Mount Ararat, considered by biblical scholars to be the resting place of Noah's Ark. The reliefs of Göbekli Tepe suggest that certain species of animals come from other regions that it has previously considered. Göbekli Tepe. So right here, we not only have scientists with PhDs, we have all these people linking this site to the Bible, linking this site to Noah's in the ark landing, because remember it said that Noah's ark landed in Mount Ararat, which is where? It's in Turkey. Where is the Göbekli Tepe found? In Turkey. Where's the Awaspi in all of this? Can't seem to find it, right? Can't seem to be found anywhere. Now, what's the point of me bringing all this up right now? Because Göbekli Tepe, remember, let me go back, because this is what he's going to say. He talks about my time period. Right here, Göbekli Tepe in this source says it's 12,000 years. When you go to another source, it'll say 9,000, 8,000. So, and this isn't the only site. There's many different sites within Göbekli Tepe, and they all have different date ranges. This particular date range for this site is 12,000 years. Now, remember, we're talking about the Bible, and I am a young earth creationist. I don't believe in thousands and millions of years, right? And then so when you get into the Bible, it tells us, if we do the math, a lot of people come up with 6,000 years. And I had said that to him. He said, well, how old do you think the earth is? I said, well, between, 6,000 to 12,000. Now, when I said that, I didn't know that he was getting ready to go ballistic on it. I thought we were just going to move on. And like he said, I thought we were going to move on to what we actually were supposed to talk about. I didn't have these sources available. And I didn't know he was going to run amok with it and have a whole coronary event over it, right? So here we go. Here is a source. Why the earth is 6,000 to 12,000 years old. I didn't just make this up, guys. This is actually a real thing. It says creation evolution controversy involves the ongoing current political and theological debate about the origins of the earth, humanity, and other life. Now, remember, he says that the earth is 71,000 years. I would love to see his outside scientific source that showcases how anything is 71,000, how this earth is 71,000 years. And guess what? He did not provide anything of the sort, but only the code, right? But he get mad at me because I said 6,000 years. I didn't provide the 12. So let me go ahead and provide you the 12 right now. So it says, young earth creation is believed that the creation days of Genesis 1 were 6. And I told him I was a young earth creationist. If you go back and you listen, I'll tell you. I told him, I said, I'm a creationist. He didn't even know what that meant. Okay, if I told you that I'm a creationist, you should know, like, oh, okay, that means that you believe in, 6,000 to 12,000 years. He didn't understand that. I thought he was smarter than that, right? He talked about, I was in all of this, I do all of that. Well, I thought you would have known about creation science, because that's what a creationist is somebody that looks into the science of the Bible, right? So the young earth creationists believe that the creation days of Genesis 1 were 6 literal days, which occurred 6,000 to 12,000 years ago. They believe that about 2,300 to 3,300 years before Christ, the surface of the earth was radically rearranged by Noah's flood. And all land animals and birds birds not in Noah's ark, along with many sea creatures, perished, many of which were subsequently buried in the flood sediment. Now let's talk about that really quick. Let me go back forward here. So when we talked about the animals, you know what, I'm not even going to do. I'm going to get to that. I got that already. But here we go. Let me just stick to this. So it says, therefore, creationists believe that a global catastrophic flood was responsible for most, not all, of the rock layers and fossils. Okay, that's where we believe how the fossils, the fossil record, if any of you guys are familiar with the fossil record, we look at the flood as the explanation for that. We look at the flood for the explanation of oceans and all the different lakes, rivers, and all of that. We look at we look at the flood for that, the global flood, right? The worldwide flood. So, and people may go like, who is this? We don't know who this is. So here you go. There's your Wikipedia source right there. For people who want to sit up there and go like, well, we don't know who that is. You could have wrote that yourself, Neff. Okay, well, there it is. Young Earth creationism. Go ahead and Google it. Have some fun. It's going to tell you right there. Now this one says 6 to 10,000, but there's different ranges. As you see, this one they say it's 6 to 12,000. This one says it's 6 to 10,000. And if you go up even more, I have another source by a Terry Mortician PhD. You know, people like to see these letters behind people's names, right? Talk about young earth creationists, okay? And it talks about Noah's Noah's flood, and it actually breaks down how do we get to it. So you can read this whole thing. I'm not going to bore you with it, but if you guys are interested, take some time. And right here, what does it say? 6 to 12,000 years. So when he's making this big deal, he was like, she was saying 6,000, and Göbekli Tepe is 8, 9, 10,000. He has no understanding. He has no idea what I'm talking about. You're not on my level, and you're sure not on my pay grade. So just stay where you're at and stick to the whatever that position that you have, that you're, very upset and, tired. We get it, right? Your low level employee. That's fine. But anyway, so he talks about these animals, and he said, why would she talk about these animals? Why would anybody build, right? I mean, why would anybody draw these on? But somebody clearly drew these animals on these pillars, okay? So that's number one, right? And then number two, okay, let's get realistic. What is the big deal about this? The big deal about this is these animals are not indigenous to the land that they are drawn on, right? We see what is this? This is a lion. What is lions? Lions are not in Turkey, right? You got ducks and all types of stuff. I'm not gonna, get into all that. If you guys want to take some time, they say armadillos, wild boars, geese. All of these animals were on these walls. Now, who could have drawn these or carved these on the wall? Maybe the children of Noah's sons, right? They were there for a very long time, because if you look at how large and how it was immaculately designed. I mean, they had a lot of different, it wasn't just people just sitting outside in grass, and they actually had stuff actually developed. And it took time. So we don't know how long they were there. So, maybe somebody was feeling artistic and they wanted to draw the lion that they saw standing over there. I mean, he was very upset about that too. If you guys go back and listen, he's very upset. And I don't know why. But this was one of my fun facts, right? And I'm going to end with this. I thought this was pretty cool. So the oldest vineyard in the world was found in Armenia, okay? And it was around 4100 BC, which is, right around the time Noah, could have landed within, that area. 4100 to 4500 years, right? So in Genesis 9:18, it says, and the sons of Noah that went forth of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and Ham, his father of Canaan. It says, these are the three sons of Noah, and them was the whole earth overspread. It says, and Noah began to be a husbandman, and he planted a vineyard. So right there, we knew that Noah planted a vineyard, and we know that that is a cut right there. So we know that he landed in that vicinity. We know that the ark landed on Mount Ararat, and now we have actual scientists and archaeologists, as well as authors. All types of people are looking at this location, and they're saying like, hey, look at this vineyard. And it also correlates with scripture. But guess what? The one thing that we have not seen today is anybody mentioning anything regarding the Yahawashi Bible. What he does is he's going to go in and he's going to tell you this relates to this and this and this. But who else is saying that? I'm not saying this by myself. I'm actually being taught this by people who are supposed to be highly respected and highly regarded. He has nobody that's highly respected and highly regarded. That's in modern days, in modern text. He tells me that I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, I guess you go ahead and tell these PhD doctors that they don't know what they're talking about as well. But guys, if you guys have anything that you all want to ask me, or if there's anything that you need me to specify on, I'm here. But the thing is that I think I answered everything very appropriately, very clearly and directly. And and I don't know what his problem is, because like you said, you need to get rid of her. You need to do this. No, who needs to be getting rid of is you, with you all with your death cult that has killed over, who knows, thousands of millions of poor children. And I rest my case.
Well, the champ has spoken, you know, and that little clip, Mauli's aware of it. I left a voice message and text him. As far as the people in the chat, you know, you can come on and ask a question. Say hot seat, where we're gonna do it over here. You can ask any question you like to ask, you know, and I will answer to the best of my ability, and she will answer to the best of her ability. And if we don't know, then we don't know, you know. So we all not monolithic, you know what I mean? So hey, let's get to it. The link is in the room. You can come on and ask 2 questions, you know. Please, no foolish questions, but we'll try to answer best we can. To me, I think she clarified, answered, dissect what she brought out, you know, and I challenged her on it. I said, you got to answer, you know, this brother said this, hey, you got to answer. So she stepped up and answered it, and she kept it respectful, you know, and a little hard body. So, like I said, the link is in the room. So everybody had all the chatter, male and female alike, can come and ask the sister a question and come out the chat and be real, keep it real. Be real, keep it real. Go ahead, Neff.
Yeah, we don't have to be all day. It's 9 o'clock my time. It's probably 10 o'clock some other people's time. We don't have to be all day. The only thing is that I had to make sure I address this individual, because I don't want him to be out here thinking that he did something that he didn't do. And the thing is that it's when everybody's going to think, nobody's going to really look at themselves and say that they lost, right? I mean, let's just be realistic. But sometimes if you're being real with yourself, you be like, well, I could have done better. I could have done this. But the thing is, the way he was like, talking about me, he told my elder to, dethrone me. Tell me I'm not the champ. You need to get rid of her. She's stupid. Doesn't know what she's talking about. She's not smart. You need to get rid of her. So it's like, okay, well, let me make sure I come on here and show you how smart and intelligent I really am. Because I had my guard down. I thought we were cool. I just let the guy come over. I thought I was gonna have conversations. I was gonna laugh and talk and just make light of the situation. But I know now that I'm gonna always and forever have to make sure I keep my guard up. And that's not cool, because with this John, this Owaski guy, you don't care what he does. You don't care. You say fuck what he do. I don't care. But he sure seemed to care that I didn't have a source that said 12,000 on it. So, but now I showed 3 right there, and one of them is Wikipedia. You can go there and look at that one. So if that makes it more like it's authentic or something realistic, you can go there and read it. And because we have historical facts, the stuff that we have actually you can find historically. The stuff he has, he finds things and then he relates them to his book, and then he tries to say, "Oh, this is so great because this Göbekli Tepe place, they say it's an astronomical place." And then guess what? Oh, Osiris has a hill there. And then in my book, I have an Osiris. Oh, now that means, oh, okay, that means absolutely nothing. And then Osiris that was there, he's only at 2400 BC. But you know what? That date doesn't matter. But my date extremely matters. So, like I said, if anybody want to hit the link, we don't have to be here all night. I just wanted to address
Yeah, we only got a little. Hey, look, we're not gonna be long, and I want to interrupt just for a second. Sham, Sham, gonna send you 2 pictures, and then I want you to share them on the screen, because we're giving an update on what's going on with Lemus and Star. And then come on real quick, because they had death in the family. Well, we had death in the family, so They're gonna let us know how everything is going, you know. But they supposed to send it to you. Y'all send it to me. I can't do nothing on here. Like I said, Sham gotta do everything. I'm looking at the screen, but I can't do anything. I'm on my phone actually. So, but yeah. So I don't see nobody.
I got him. So yeah.
Okay,
so
good.
I'm gonna have him sent. I gotta do something to get him up. So go ahead and take over.
Yeah. Okay. When you're ready, just go ahead and put him up. I see Sham in the room, so he's gonna have to put it up for me because my screen is messing up. But yeah. So anybody, well, come on, y'all talking about William Naphtali or I go on CGG? Hell no. Why would we want to go over there for what? We don't even know what that is. You know, that sounds like a venereal disease. No, I'm just messing with you. Nah, for what? Come over here. And one thing about F.O.P.E or Israelite, we stand to the fire on everything. Right? Malaki came to the fire. He was Israelite. You know, now he called Naphtali out. Hey, the debate can happen anytime. But she rather had Selah Shalom, but you know, Selah, you sending your minions out and you won't step up to the plate. You know, and sister, you said something about Naphtali don't answer questions. Well, I would like to see you come on here and talk to the sister. I'll see my way out of it. I'll let y'all talk and go over something that you want to discuss with her. You know, or do the WASPy say a woman can't speak? Because the Bible says that in certain situations, but also says the most in the last days, women and children shall prophesy. You know, so that's not a contradiction. But what does the WASPy say about women speaking? Interesting. Come on and discuss that. You know, it'd be nice. You know, that people always say, well, we'll send a sister over. I haven't seen no sister in the conscious community or the Israelite community that's messing with her when it comes to scriptorial, you know, dealing with the scripts or dealing with history, you know, all of it. So the chat was fired up earlier when she was doing her presentation. Now it was on mute. Did Master call y'all home? You know, because I don't see nobody say anything now. So Master must have called home. You know, can you share, Sham? Because I can't. If you got it,
I got it available. I'm getting ready to share it right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So if anybody want to come on, and let's see what's popping. Yeah, really. Who's that? Yeah, please come on. So we're gonna do an intermission real quick. When she share it, come on. There's a lot of sisters. I mean, I know all them brothers ain't alone. I know them brothers got some sisters that's learning a WASPy, right? Because I know y'all not teaching them because the WASPy. I don't think the WASPy talk about a woman can speak or can't speak or should she teach. You know? Okay, there they go. There they go right there. See, all I see is the name, Sham. I don't see nothing else.
I'm trying to share them. I'm not sure why it keeps on leaving.
It's not pop. Okay, there it is. Shalom, sisters. Most high blessings. Lima Star. Yep.
I'm trying to share them. I'm not sure why it keeps on leaving.
It's not pop. Okay. You got it. What you got to do? Turn off the TV and leave the phone on. Like where it's another device that's open, turn that off. And only use the device that you're talking to us with. You got to turn off the TV and leave the phone on. Like where it's another device that's open, turn that off. And only use the device. Like how you talk to us, you can hear me talk to y'all through the phone. Keep that on, but turn the laptop or TV, whatever that is, turn it off. That way we won't have an echo.
Y'all can hear me?
Hear you now. You're loud and clear.
There Shalom, y'all. What's good?
They over here messing with Naphtali.
Hey, Shashan. Hey, Naphtali. What's goody?
How's everything been going with you?
Man, I'm struggling, man. This is crazy. Me and my sister going through it. Oh, man. Y'all, we love y'all. What's going on, man? Y'all know we still F.O.P.E. What's going on?
People trying to step up to the plate and challenge the champ in the doctrine, but all they do is in a chat talking trash respectfully. Some of them are, and they won't step up to the plate, especially the sisters. The sisters in the chat.
We going to show Shashem. Brother Shashim gonna show me and Star a picture today, yo. It's
Okay.
over. Like we
Uh-oh.
everywhere, yo. Chill out, man. Let the sister bring her stuff forward. Like, chill out. Like, Elder, we miss you. Like,
No doubt. No doubt.
Natalia, you know you good. Yo, Wheezy, what's good, sis? She been
Weezy.
holding it down. That's my
See,
sister, Wheezy.
but
What's
you know,
good?
Weezy get mad at me because I say Wiz. Weezy. That's right. All of y'all,
That's
man.
my sis. Like, what's good, yo? Yo, Wheezy, I love you, yo. Me and Star love you. Hold this down, man. Like, me and my
Hey,
sister
hey.
going through it. You know, Star, you know,
Oh, there
she,
go Moran.
y'all can hear me?
Yeah, here you go ahead. Oh,
Alright.
hey, listen,
Star
that's
is
Star.
a six belt black belt champion and
I gotta take
martial
this call.
arts. She's a sniper. She been going to shoot every day. She been in the army for mad years. She been sniping. Like my sister going crazy and yo, hold this down, B. Like, what's going on? Y'all ain't gonna be fronting on F.O.P.E, man. Chill out. Chill out. What's going on, man? I had to pull up. Like, what's going on? Yo, Shosh, I'm gonna show our pictures. It's like whatever. Chill the fuck out, man. We in your town. We in everybody else's town. If y'all can't understand the truth that they bringing forward, get up out of our channel and respect my sister Weezy. You heard me? Cause she been hitting me up every day faithfully, man. That's my sis right there. That's the only one I see holding it down. Where are all the other moderators? You know me and Star don't play games. When Sakari and them pulled up in Brooklyn, we pulled up on them and they was going, nigga. Like let's get the dogs. Chill out, please, man, please. Elder Knopf, Shashim is our
No doubt.
family.
Hey,
Y'all
look,
heard
no,
us?
no doubt. Hey,
Chill
look,
out with
nobody, no,
that.
no,
Like I
nobody.
don't
No,
even know what's going on,
hey,
man.
look,
Like
it's all good. Nobody, listen. Chill out. It's all good. Nobody need to know. You know, right now we just going to deal with the situation that's going on here. Nothing on a super level. You know, but this doctrine
come on.
that
I ain't
that
even
everybody's
trying
dealing with.
to bring it to the table. Like, yo,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
even
yeah, yeah.
know. Y'all already know we'll pull up on y'all. I
Man,
don't care what state y'all in. Chill out. Weezy, you holding it down, man. You the only one I see holding it down with all the other moderators. You know me and
yeah,
Star
okay.
didn't play that. Where did I at? We going through a lot. My sister Star, she a sniper. Like she been sniping. Yo,
Don't give
I
up.
had
Hey,
to tell
look.
her to pull up.
No,
Like,
that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough, Leva. We feel it. Trust that shit.
yo,
We
we
feel it.
love y'all.
We
Chill
love you too.
out. Don't come thinking you're gonna front on us, cause you're not. You're
No
not.
doubt.
You're not.
All right,
And
we hey,
Shim gonna show our pictures. I show you. I tell you where I'm at and all that.
no
Just chill
doubt.
out. Don't think you're gonna pull up on Elder Knopf and Shim. That's all I'm saying. Wheezy, you holding it down. You the only real moderator I see in here. What's up? Like for real, that's my sis right there. Like, yo, all the rest of y'all can kick rocks, man. What y'all doing in here? Like, start. I've been telling her she is like outraged. She been at the shooting range every day. I don't even know. It's crazy. It's good to see all of y'all. Thank y'all for y'all support. Like
No
I
doubt.
haven't been in here for a minute. Star haven't been in here for a minute, but y'all know we've been holding it down since day one.
Hey, when
You know
y'all
what I'm
coming? Hey,
saying?
hey, when y'all coming down before it get cold?
We coming down. I'm just trying to get Star from out the shooting range. She been shooting like crazy.
We're gonna need to hear that.
Yeah, she crazy.
We're gonna need to hear
We
that.
coming down, yo.
All right.
Elder, we love you.
We love you too.
Wheezy. Weezy, one love. We love you.
Hey,
You holding
y'all
it
say shalom.
down. Like she another
Shalom to
star
Lima.
Lima. Don't front on her. Like she the next one that's gonna take over. We going through a major tragedy right now. My sister Star is out of her fucking mind, man. Like, oh man, y'all just hold it down, please. Yo, Shashim, show our pictures. Show them who we are. We in Brooklyn, New York, Brownsville. You heard me? We
No, you know
everywhere.
what? Nobody don't even know. Nobody don't even see y'all. Nobody don't even know
I
who y'all
don't,
are. I
Elder.
know.
It's
I know.
whatever. We love you. We love
I love you too.
Yashapur. We love Shashim. It's whatever. Yo,
Don't worry about it.
Weezy,
All
hold
right.
it down for me and Star, man.
And let me say
You
this.
the
This ain't
next
got nothing to
Star
do.
Lima.
Hold on, Lima. This ain't got nothing to do with. Sorry about this, Neff. This ain't got nothing to do with what's going on here with this debate. This on something else.
Fine. The
You know, this on
debate they
something else.
mad at. They
That
mad
this
at
ain't got
because
nothing to
they
do with that.
can't accept you, Elder. You know what it is? They can't accept the truth. They can't
All right.
accept the truth. She bringing out the truth. Why go behind? Yo, I don't even know what's going on. I'm just
Don't
gonna
worry
keep
about that.
myself out of it.
Yeah.
Yo,
Don't
Elder,
worry about
we'll
it.
see you. We'll see you soon. Me and Star personally. Natalie, keep holding it down. We got to do this for the Most High. Like, yo, this is real. It's real.
No doubt.
You all heard
No
me?
doubt. No doubt.
You
All
heard
right, so
me?
still on. We're
I'm
going.
here. I'm here. You could keep me on the screen. Just
Okay.
mute
All
me
right.
or whatever.
All right.
It's
We're gonna meet
whatever.
y'all up and
Yo,
let
Star said she love y'all. She just texted
love
me.
you.
She
When she
said she
say
love
let me
y'all.
stop. Let me hear your voice, girl. Where you at?
Hey, Elder.
All right. I'm gonna put you on mute. Go ahead,
Elder.
now. Yo, what's
What's
up?
goody?
What the deal, pickle? Everything kosher?
What's goody, you Elder? You good?
I'm good, baby.
We
All right, I'm
love
gonna mute
you.
y'all up.
We love
Love you
you.
too. I'm gonna mute y'all up, sisters, and let her finish up.
I
All right, all right,
I
sis.
don't know, but nobody gonna front on us. Keep it cool, man, please. We don't need more, but we don't need things going on because we there.
All right. All right, family. That's my sisters. This don't have anything to do with
Are definitely praying for you guys. Love you over here.
I didn't hear you, Steph. I mean Neff. What'd you say?
Oh, I was just saying, love you, Lima. Love Star. We over
Oh
here
yeah.
praying for you guys. You guys looking good. I had the pictures. I was trying to share them, but I don't think I don't know. I guess I'm having a hard time too over here. But
Yeah,
you
something
guys
wrong. Like I
looking
said, I
good.
couldn't get nobody on. But at the end of the day, yeah, that's something else, you know, yeah. So that was sent out to who it needed to be sent to. But like I said, going back to the topic, Owaspy or Waspis, none of y'all showing up. All y'all do is talk in the chat. You know, the sister is open up for any challenge, any questions, and so am I. You know, we right here. You know, just ask any questions about the Bible, right? Don't ask us anything about Owaski because we don't know. You get two questions, and then we'll ask you two questions, and then we allow each other to answer 2 minutes or a minute. But ain't nobody gonna jump in the ring, right? They want us to go on another channel. So hey, and you know what I find interesting, Neff? Everybody want to go against the Israelites, the ones who actually believe in the Most High, right? And don't say they believe in the Most High. Everybody, this is how they build their channels up. This is how they get their GoFundMe's. This is how they do all this. All this happened, right? But exactly, my brother said, QANATH is delusional, right? Come on the show and show what I'm delusional about the Bible or the Owaski. Bring it. Just come on the show. Exactly. Go ahead, sis. Come on the show and show what I'm delusional about the Bible or the Owaski. Right? Bring it. Just come on the
Well,
show.
I saw somebody in the chat had said something on the lines like she had yesterday to to prove her point. He ran off. I was trying to give my time. I needed time to provide the source. I can't help it that he left. So now I'm doing it today. He's a joke. And if you guys want to sit up there and keep following that guy, then so be it. I'm not. It's not choose. Choose today who you're going to serve. That's not my job and it's not my business. But if no one wants to hit the link, we can make this an early night and end it. Because like I said, I came with my sources. I didn't whatever I told him yesterday.
Mally said he dropped 9 clips and dropped the bucket of water, whatever. So sister just dropped 17 rounds. Shooting
9 clips
lasers.
that didn't exist. What did he do? All he did was show Göbekli Tepe and then showed that Osiris was there, and then went in his Bible and it don't even say Osiris, it says Osir, and then he said that that's what that means. That's it. So I mean, and if people want to accept that, that's fine. But guess what? Where's his? And look, and people don't even respect Wikipedia, but where at least is your Wikipedia post that says Owaspy, Osiris, and the Hill of Osiris and Göbekli Tepe? Where's your there is no outside source that supports anything that this man got up there and said. And it wasn't even a lot that was said. Only thing we did was talk about this one little bitty thing that he said. He provided no source outside that actually had the word Owaspy in it. There was Osiris and there was the Hill of Osiris, but why didn't it say Osiris in Osiris in Owaspy? Why they didn't say that? We saw Göbekli Tepe. They put the Garden of Eden in there in the Bible. They put that in there. They talk about Noah's Ark in Göbekli Tepe. They talk about the animals that could have came off the ark in Göbekli Tepe. I got so many different sources that correlates with the Bible. Now he has not one. So if he feels like he was dropping all these whatever he said he was driving, these imaginary whatever he said he had in his arsenal, then that shows you these people's expectations are very poor when it comes to their information. But when it comes to yours, they want you to be able to, like, oh, you can't even redeem yourself. The fact that he left, he didn't provide me the time to even fix it. Then he makes this huge mockery of me. And then I come on here, he doesn't even come. He doesn't even show up. None of them come over here to show up. But they say, you need to dethrone her. You need to get rid of her. But then nobody wants to come on here and challenge me.
But you know what it is, sis? And this just came on me. What I find interesting is that some people think, oh, QANATH, why you got the sister speaking? Right? But they rather follow the devil teaching over there on House of Conscience. And they rather listen to the white man other than our black melanated sister. Remember, all of us came on the boat together and changed together, thrown off the boat together. But I remember Rosa Parks sat on the bus. I remember the Underground Railroad. I remember that, right? I remember a lot of things about our women that some of the men today can't even touch. Can't touch. A lot of women that were coming up back then in the 60s and before then will sacrifice their life. But what a lot of brothers do, right, that's in the truth and not in the truth, if they see a brother or sister getting beat down, you know what they do? They pick up a phone and start recording. But when they see their sister on YouTube, shut up! Right? Shut up! She can't speak. She can't teach. And y'all have that mentality of women should be barefooted and pregnant. But 9 times out of 10, most men that's listening in the comments or watching this video, in the truth or not in the truth, their woman is probably making more money than they are. I bet $1 to a donut. That's what I bet. That's facts. That's facts. Because all of you go to Big Mama and Mama, that's the first person you call, tough niggas, when you go to jail. Who you want to call? You only want to call a lawyer because your ass too damn broke to get one. You don't call your father because 9 times out of 10, he was a deadbeat. Let's keep it funky, right? So you call on mammy, right? They showed it in movies all the time. Remember Baby Boy? He put that arm around his neck. He said, what? Mammy, mammy, right? That's the same breast that you fed off on. That's the same one that changed your diaper. That's the same one that got you dressed to go to school and made you go to school and actually sat down to help you do your homework. Because 9 times out of 10, the men don't help do shit like that. If you get one, you're lucky. You're blessed. So to say that our woman can't teach something just on basic things, history, right? She teach on language, and she could tell you the things that she done, right? Her job, what she had to go to school for. To insult her integrity or to insult me on some man, little balls, pardon me, sis, little ball shit, right? Because you feel powerful. And this goes out to anybody. This ain't no shot at my brother Mal. This goes to any man. You feel powerful if you can stand on her neck because you're too a fucking coward to stand on your oppressor neck. You're so easy to beat the black woman ass or your own children ass or even want to rape a woman, but you won't do shit to your oppressor. Nothing. And that's in all the black so-called communities. All of them. Everyone. Everyone. So before y'all try to shoot my sister down, who's not just, I see as a champion in how she debates and information and studies. I seen her work. And God put me right next. I wish y'all could share the video. Put me right next to her and I didn't even know it. Because he wanted us to meet at another time. We was at 2019 Passover. They were sitting right behind us. This was their first year going one. We was attending Passovers everywhere. We went down to see Mali. And the Israelite brothers down there, they treat us like gold, and I still love them. 14-hour trip or 15-hour trip we drove, showing love to our brothers. And the sister and her husband, her children came there to fellowship with the brother and sisterhood. Now she need to shut her damn mouth. Now she can't teach. She can't do nothing but organize everything for you. Write your own damn resumes. Tell you what to say. What to wear. Give you confidence when trying to go for that job. Cook for you. Clean for you. Build you up when you down, but she can't do nothing. She got to shut up when it comes to elevate you even more. See, a lot of you that claim yourself to be men, you still boys. I told her to use something, but she didn't use it. I say she trying to raise you from boys to men. And a lot of you still boys. And that's why we're in a situation we're in right now, because we don't take advice from the right people. We take them from the white people. Y'all book trying to tell us the best way for us to be saved is to be dead. The best way for us to learn is to be dead. That's what you're telling us. Die first. Do as thou willeth. Don't read, but I'm not teaching you. Read it for yourself, but I'm gonna tell you what it say. That sounds like a goddamn snake. That's a snake. Selah Shalom, you're a cool brother. I love you as a brother, but that's a snake-ass doctrine. Malaki, you're a cool brother. I love you, you're my brother, but that's a snake-ass doctrine, because something is in your spirit if you're trying to search out what makes the Bible wrong. See? If you're trying to find anything that's going to contradict the Bible, where's thou faith? To tell me I should look into because it ain't something don't seem right. Why are you trying to prove it wrong? What touched you? What familiar spirits that you've been dealing with? Sister, go ahead, because I'm sorry that I'm appalled that they're going to insult your intelligence. What you do? Your career again is?
Sorry, I'm a senior data analyst.
A senior. And can you tell us what that job details? Because a lot of these niggas that talk against the women don't know.
Yes. What we do is we analyze a lot of the data. We work under a project. We work under certain projects, and we do is we query the data that, for instance, let's just say, for different businesses, they want to know what's selling. Like they want to know what's selling, what's not selling. They want to know what they need to. If it's selling really good, then that means they need to keep it. We go in there,
Right.
we look at the data, and what we do is we utilize SQL queries, and we utilize Python and different. It is if people know what I'm talking about, it's
Right.
different
So what you do is what you doing and trying to show us is the same thing you do in your job. You researching,
Yep.
right? You analyzing, researching, and giving the best.
Analyzing the data.
That's right. Analyzing the data and giving the best resources that's possible.
That's right.
Right. But this guy in the comment, his name. Now, think about this. Where's the love when somebody see a name called Dreadful? Think about that, my brother. Your name, you want to be called Dreadful. Hey, Naphtali, are you about a dictionary? Dreadful?
I can Google dreadful for
Yes,
you.
please. That's wicked, Slim. What type of energy are you trying to bring to your people?
It says inspiring dread, causing great and oppressive fear, inspiring awe and reverence, extremely bad, distasteful, unpleasant, or shocking extreme.
You see
So,
that?
and
Go ahead.
that's probably why all those poor children and all those death camps, because these people are dreadful. They're not very happy. Like I remember that guy, guy that was on there with us last night, and he was talking about Owaspi University. He told me
Right.
he told me when he died, he wanted to be a god so he can start a war. I was just like,
Wow.
yeah, crazy.
When he died, he want to come back so he can start a war. But they Bible teach they say they Bible teach against war, and you should not want war, right? And you probably doing your program, but that daggone that bashing your baby against the wall. The sister gonna go on that. One day. I can't wait to hear that.
You want to go? You want me to talk about the bashing? I had that.
Yes, please, please.
Okay. Well, I was just told not to. I have to do it another time. I actually had all that set up to talk about with Malachi, but we didn't really get a chance to talk about that. But a lot of them out there, they know that there is a situation where there was a what was it, a drug? Anyway, it was a giant, and their offspring was not respected. I mean, when you get into their stuff, it just sounds so sick.
It is crazy. I'm reading the chat. Our dear brother Bakwash, he says, somebody said Hebrew apologist. Just talking shit in the chat. But he says, does your research show the fall of America money wise?
Oh, does my research show fall of America money wise? Well, I work for the St. Louis government, and this country this city is going bankrupt. I know that. I don't work for them no longer. I got out of there, but yeah, it is. It is falling. The currency. We see the currency is going down. Certain people are leaving certain states. We got data where people are what states are populations are declining, and what states populations are uh, you know going growing. Um, a lot of people are going more East Coast. More people are going towards the East. When you look at these movies, like these end of days, end of time movies that you watch, a lot of people, a lot of places are deserted. A lot of cities and states are deserted, and a lot of people are in certain areas. Like I believe Chicago's done. I believe St. Louis is done. I believe a lot of these places are done. And yeah, I think people need to exit stage left. A lot of Europeans are going back to where they come from. If they're German, they're going back to Germany. A lot of them are trying it out. A lot of people are going to Mexico, and a lot of us are going back to Africa. And that's the plan on my list, is to go to Africa.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about what's going on. It's obvious, and we got to be careful when we talk like this because they'll say it's false information, and you know what I mean. Yeah, brother, it's obvious that the money is going down the tube. A lot of y'all heard of BRICS before. Um, the euro is going down. Cryptocurrency not doing well like it was. A lot of millionaires are really disappearing. If you look at a lot of your shows on TV, everything's repeat. You ask yourself, where are these people? When you look at the stock market, or you look at somebody like what's the guy name? Bill Gates, right? How they selling, they getting rid of everything. You just see that. Now take over the show for a little minute. I have to take a quick run.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and we don't have to be too much longer. But the thing is, it's like this. Yeah, this country is going down the tube. It's going down the tube, and I'm gonna look at some of these comments and see what some people have to say. Let's see. They want to hit the link. You won't come over to my channel though, Weezy. Who don't know that? Okay. She ain't making no six. It's not. Wow. I tell you, you see, people really want to put you down, right? She ain't making you just not making it. That's what your problem is. You just mad that you don't make it. I do. I don't have to lie to kick it. What do I get from doing that? You know what I'm saying? I don't get why people lie to over exaggerate themselves to a group of people that don't even know you. And then just say I don't then. Whatever makes you sleep better at night. Whatever. I don't care. Y'all sleep dreaming heavy, okay? Dreadful Cosmo. I guess I am sleeping, considering how dreadful you probably think life is. And I feel unfortunate for you because I don't believe life to be dreadful. What's going on in the chat? I can't believe that hate your knowledge. Weezy, when I had that conversation with Malaki, I really had my guard down. I thought we was just gonna build, have a good time, laugh, and talk. I've talked to a lot of people, but he was the person I was least prepared for because I didn't think I needed to. I thought I had some things, but I didn't think it was that serious. But now, he has the way that he not only, it's one thing to say that somebody lost, and that's okay. I go on Sinetta's channel all the time. When I'm on Sinetta's channel, they always say I lose. It's never a time where I've ever. Yeah, I've never had when I go over on Sinetta's channel, I've never had a time where they're telling you won. So it's okay. But for this was just a conversation, and for him to make a response like that for a conversation, it goes to show you how much you.
Hey sis, thank you. And damn, it's two things I want to say. But the brother, what's that? Benata Israel, man, hit the link because you just said something here that's very interesting. You see that what he said, sis?
What did he say?
Elder QANATH.
I love my big bro Mally. The last thing they were doing before the 180 switch up was exorcisms. I worried that a spirit jumped on him. Yeah, that's what that was. That was a spirit, that jumped on his back. And it's really sad to see. Like I said, when he was over here with QANATH on F.O.P.E, and then he was over there on JJ's channel, I actually empathized with him. I was like, wow, why don't they give him a chance to talk? Give him they talking too loud. I said, when he come over there with me, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna give him time to talk. We're gonna have a conversation. I want to know about his history. I want to know about his past. I want to know how he, came up into this truth or whatever this so-called truth is. I just wanted to build with the guy, but for him to I mean, wow. I mean, to talk like that about me was like crazy.
But you know what? I don't always ask this question. I just, for whatever reason, the Spirit come on for me to ask a question for times like this. And it's very simple. What is it about the Bible that makes you hate it and want to come against us because we believe it? Because my Bible tells me to love y'all. Don't your Bible tell you that, Naphtali? Love them, forgive them.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Don't steal from them.
Yeah.
Don't covet your brother, your sister. Don't sleep with another man, husband, vice versa. So, what is it? Why y'all hate it so? If you say the WASP is the book y'all want to read and it's best for y'all, then why don't you just stick with that? Why you want to attack the Bible? But that's where I'm at with that. Allah, Most High bless. And the brother that said that about Malachi, come on the program.
Shalom, Mishpukah, Shalom, family. Blessed be the name of y'all. I've known Mally for a while. Me and him go like way back when he was preaching with the STLs. And that's back in the day. So we know, even Mally himself will tell you, like we go way back. And my thing is, it happens to the best of us, and I'm steady in prayer. I even told Mally I even texted myself, like, on the comment section, I was like, Mally, come on and come back home, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come back home. The word of Yah says, and all that get an understanding. So we're not saying that your growth shouldn't keep growing. Your growth shouldn't continue, but it's like we all human. It happens to the best of us. Hey, well, look what happened to Solomon. You know what I'm saying? Look it's a lot of people who slip off, but you know what I'm saying? My thing is, he was hard with that word, but it can happen to us. This is why the word teaches us not to trust in man. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't know the spiritual battle we going against. You don't know what somebody going through, and then if they step on the right nail, boom, and now you got a whole clique of people that's gonna fall behind somebody because they all putting their trust in a man. But I'm like, Mally, come on back home. I'm praying for you, brother. Come on back home to the Bible, the Torah, and if there's any type of questions that you have or any type of misunderstandings that you have, you know what to do. Call me up, and we can discuss like two good brothers, because I've been knowing you way back, still be listening to some of your videos,
Oh, Malik's sharp as shit, man. No doubt.
Yeah, he's sharp. He's sharp, the way you broke down that.
But that's who the devil, but you know what though, Elijah? That's who the devil come for. He don't want no weakling. Right? And Yehuda Israel, you say real quick, Yehuda Israel, you say, man, y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. The Bible ain't all the way right. Well, come tell me what's wrong about the gospel. That's all I need. What's wrong about the gospel?
I would like for him to come and explain that. Because it's so many people, everybody wanna shoot at this Bible like, oh, it's tampered, oh, this, oh, it's that. You know what I'm saying? Yahawashi said the Holy Spirit will come and teach and lead you to all things. It's only like that when you want to read that book with your mindset and not be led by the Ruach HaKodesh. You see, because the Most High Yah is not the author of confusion. Everybody missed that scripture. Anybody who will quote the Bible's been tampered with, you know what I'm saying? Yah respects his word over his name. Okay? Truth is a force and it stands by itself. And it's funny how everybody want to say something about the Bible, but you don't question your birth certificate, now do you? Can I say that one more time?
Yeah.
They don't question their birth certificate that was written by a man. You wasn't there when it was getting written. You don't know what that man could have wrote on that birth certificate. You don't know what really happened because you just came out the womb.
You are not the father.
Right. You know, so all of but you just swear up and down that you know the Bible been tampered with. You don't talk about the Quran. You don't talk about in Africa alone. You know how many religions?
A waspis.
You know,
No.
the Book of the Dead.
They peeing on you. It's waspis.
Right.
The white man is peeing.
Right. The Egypt Book of the Dead. You know, everything is just and that's a dead giveaway in itself, because you can take that same principle out in the hood. You know how it was in the hood when you had to connect, when you had the nice gear, you had the car, everybody want to hate on you. You ain't did nothing to nobody.
See, Neff, that's what it is. That's what it is. Y'all fabulous over there. That's what
you know what I'm saying? Everybody
in the knowledge. Hey, hold on. Hey, let me drop because I'm not gonna drop the name. Tired of hearing that. I'm just tired of hearing that name. But that person, House of Conscience, just couldn't. Mammy couldn't take it. Mammy couldn't take it. The young stallion came in the house and Mammy couldn't take it. Went off. Enter. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, they can't take it. They can't take it. And now some of the brothers can't take it. Instead of dealing wisely, intelligently, you know what I mean? And having some decorum about yourself and say, you know what? It's many women professors, many women that run whole countries, right? A lot of people that's flying the planes in America, F-22s and F-35s, F-15, 16, 18 are women.
Right. It's all like, okay, we got people like Deborah and Judith, and it's always women. And if I was to get involved with somebody, of course I'm gonna want her to be a specific type of way. You know what I'm saying? Right. But you know,
okay, hold on. The brother coming on, so we're gonna keep it honestly and respectfully. And this between Naphtali and the brother. All right, here we go. Please show some decorum.
Hey, Shalom, elders.
Shalom, Most High bless. What's good?
Shalom, Naphtali. Shalom, Malaya. Hey,
Shalom, family.
Nah, elder, for real. Molly, my big bro. All right. I was one of his YouTube viewers. I ain't live in St. Louis. I live in Pittsburgh.
Right.
But I followed him. That was my teacher. So I only physically met him once. Talked to him plenty of times on the phone, but only physically met him once. So, you know, he might feel like that I might be overstepping my bounds by saying what I'm saying, but the brother meant something special to me. And the reason why I'm going to say that the brother meant something special to me is that when I found out I was an Israelite, I was trying to walk my walk, but I felt like I was faking it. Right? I thought I had to wear khakis and a dress up, you know what I mean, button down shirt. Only person I had ever seen was GOCC. So, you know what I'm saying? Then I saw Mally. And my big bro, he had a whole gang of niggas like me, He had a whole gang of brothers like me. Brothers from the street, might have tote guns, smoke weed, whatever. But he had hundreds of these brothers ready to die for Messiah. You know what I'm saying? Ready to die for Christ. You know what I'm saying? And that was powerful to me. So when I saw the brother, I was like, man, I see this brother. This is a regular brother. I could do this. So I followed Big Bro for years. And they had gotten to a point where they was healing people. You know what I'm saying? I'm a follower, so I'm not making none of this up. They was healing people. And I was asking my family in Pittsburgh, because we wanted to start an honor and humility in Pittsburgh. But they had said that they didn't want, another branch. So, but my family was still, following their teachings, everything. And they was talking about how they would heal brothers, healing people with prayer.
I heard about that.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And there was videos and everything healing people to the point where I was asking my family, like, bro, what is we doing wrong that we can't heal people? He's right. Messiah said that you shall do greater works than these that he's doing. And then they said that they was doing it. And, you know, it was reports of people reporting in saying, yeah, you know, I had this problem, and the brothers came over and prayed over me, and I went to the hospital, and they said it was gone. You know what I'm saying? You know, the videos are still up on this channel. You know what I'm saying? Somebody needed deliverance. Me and the bros went over there, we prayed, and they were saying how it was the vibration of how you say Yahweh and everything else, and that's what worked for them. And they was delivering people. To the point that I was trying to figure out what was me and my family doing wrong, that we couldn't do this. How do we get to this level? Then from there, it went to the vegan and essaying, and from the essaying to the Owaspy. Now, I'm thinking to myself, like, dang, bro, how y'all go from healing people to not healing people? How do you go from healing people from praying to Yahweh over people to not healing people no more? With the Owaspy. And the only conclusion that I came to, and I hate to say this, it even hurts me to say it, but either my bro was lying then, or he lying now, or when he did one of them exorcisms, something jumped on him. And that's what I think it is. Because it just went 180 after that. Complete turnaround. I just wanted to say that, Elder.
Well,
And
go ahead.
I can't say that to him without him receiving it.
Let me say this.
You know what I'm saying?
And listen, and I don't know how Miley gonna take it, right? And this is not coming at him, right? If anybody think that's funny, and dreadful, well, nobody talking about you. We were saying what the definition of dreadful meant, and we just didn't like it. Nothing against you personally, right? I don't know y'all history or anything, right? But you sound very sincere. And the reason why I say that, because I never even thought of that, because there was about, you know, they was healing and all that, the testimonies, I think some of the videos still up, and they went from that to vegan, or from that to something's wrong with pole. You know, then I guess vegan. Then you said something I never heard of, and then this Owaspy. What was that before the Owaspy?
The essaying writing. So basically, it was coincide with the questioning Paul. Started with the essays, and with that, you were going to question Paul. And I still watch my Big Bros videos.
But you know what? Let's say he right on that. But I always say this, and I say it all the time. When you're reading the Bible and you see it's making a change in your life, and you have the faith, why are you trying to find something to contradict? Because the Bible says, you know, we're gonna prophesy here, prophesy there. You know, iron sharpen iron. We all help build. But I don't know, unless you're a false prophet who try to find something wrong. You know, find something wrong. And a lot of times, a lot of people that's well known, that could be nice as butter, smooth as butter. That's what I'm saying, smooth as butter. Just nice, charismatic. They could be attractive, male or female. Or they could have riches. Or they could be intimidating. Or you respect them so much you don't want to insult. A lot of times, those are the ones that fall first before the person you think. You say to yourself, why this bad-ass person living to 110? But the person, that's the nice person, always die. And to a lot of times, to my conclusion, I see, especially if the person that's a little older, and you're like, what happened? It's because you love them so much, you won't tell them. And you said something about receive. An open heart will receive.
And it's just because I know Big Bro. Like, there's only but so much you can say to even there's so much that you can say to certain men before they start thinking you on a jock or you a fan or something. And not recognizing that, yeah, this person who's in a whole nother city you might not realize the effect that you had on his life through your YouTube videos, but they
Right.
had an effect on that person's life. And I'm not a fan. This ain't no you Michael Jordan, and I'm saying though, bro, you gave me the courage to walk this walk. I feel like I owe some type of debt to you, so I have a concern for you. And on top of that, I was proud to say, like, you know, I'm up here in Pittsburgh. We got all the camps and I mean IUIC, GOC, everything in Pittsburgh. And I was proud to be like, oh no, I rock with honor and humility. You know what I'm saying? And couldn't nobody dishonor and humility at the time. And everybody, oh yeah, no, them is some strong brothers right there. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really had nothing bad to say about honor and humility. So, and then it allowed me to walk my walk. I don't know if I would have been able to walk my walk. I'm sure the Most High would have found another way, but that's what he showed me. Like, no, you're pretending. You're not a GOCC type dude over here. You're pretending. You could be you and still ready to give your life to the Messiah. And that's the effect he had on me. So if I, you know what I mean? Like even now, when he hear this now, he gonna be wondering what this, you know what I'm saying, this, and I talked to him, you know what I'm saying, and expressed to him the effect that he had on my life. But, you know, some people take that the other way, like you a fan or something, and don't really realize the true concern people have.
Yeah. Let me say this because I read something real quick. I read some of the comment, and I'm gonna read it real slow, not the whole thing, because y'all said a lot. One says you take this to Mal. He said he took it to him, right? And sometimes you take it to the man. If the man don't hear it, then you take it to the congregation, and not in disrespect, but in love. The other part, the guy said, and I didn't kick you off because I'm allowing you to say what you want to say, but you coming off as a liar. You said shaking my head. Y'all are slanderers. And this is what I'm talking about. Slander mean lie. So if somebody told a lie, you know, say what the lie is. Don't use the word slander. Then you say, well, your God killed babies, but you don't believe in the God we believe in, so you don't know if he killed babies or not. Two, you never saw God kill a baby, but I guarantee you know somebody in your family who had many abortions and killed babies, but you not talking to them or calling them all the time, reminding them of something they done. See, it's not about you hating the person, you hating the God we believe in. A being you never saw, right? All because we believe he exists. You want to say your God killed babies, right? And you never saw him kill a baby. You never saw him kill a baby. I know who do kill babies, black men and black women. So I ain't worried about the other nations. We kill them willfully, and we kill them not knowing we killing them, right? So when you want to slander like you're saying, you're slandering yourself because you don't believe in God. But you telling us our God killed babies. This is the problem. Like I told some of my brothers and sisters, a lot of times when y'all speak, you don't hear what you're saying. And when somebody speak to you, you don't hear them. Because it's not that you don't hear yourself. What you're actually hearing in your head is the devil, is Cosmon. That's what you're hearing. You're hearing the dreadful. That's what you're hearing. Because some of the things you're saying are very asinine. Very asinine. When you're going to have a Hebrew name, but hate the Hebrew Bible. You know, it just don't make sense. Elijah, go ahead, man. I'm sorry. It don't make sense.
Yeah, all of that, because the word teaches that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but principalities and high places and dark forces. Nah, we're going here and there and everywhere. Let's go to Yahawashi. Let's go to Yeshua. Yeshua said, no man draws unto me lest the Father brings them. Okay? So this is, look, the same Ruach HaKodesh that brought our beloved and very intelligent brother Zion Lex to the Messiah. The same spirit that did that is the same spirit that can bring our brother Malaki Macabee back home. You heard about the story in the Bible about the prodigal son. Hallelujah. Yahuwah. About the prodigal son. Messed up, but he came back home. Okay? And as a brother, Malaki Macabee, I know you're listening. I got my altar right here. I'm gonna be praying for you, brother. Come back home, bro.
Hey, let me say this to Dreadful real quick. And I'm gonna show you how you're not listening to what you're saying. I'm gonna read your comment and watch how I dissect what you just said. Please listen, brother. You said this, and you said in all caps like you yelling, like you're angry. Didn't he command Israel to kill every man, woman, and child and beast? Now watch this, and I'm gonna answer it this way. The question is, I believe what the Bible says. The question is, what you wrote, do you believe the God that we believe in commanded that? If you say that, that means you believe in God and you hate what he commanded. So it's not about you hating us. You hate the God, what we believe in. Because maybe some of the things you read, you don't understand. This is why you hate the God. That's why you said, didn't he command Israel to kill every man, woman, and child and beast? Thank you for saying he. That's letting us know you on track just right there by saying he. 2, you didn't question he exists because you said he commanded it. 3 is, if you know he's real because you saying he did that, why you hate him so much? Naphtali, I know we trying to take over. I see the brother, I can't even see the name. I don't have my, is that saying Millennium Zion? Go ahead, brother.
You guys
Speak.
are fine. This is a show for everybody. This is not just about me. Go ahead.
No doubt. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. Salute to the family, salute to the panel, salute to the chat. You know, I've been listening in for a while, and I was just wondering because the whole point to me, it has to do with the character to me of the gods that are being put on display when you talk about the battle of the holy books. You know what I'm saying? It's really dealing with the character of the gods in the book. Am I right? Because we all want to make sure we worship in the true creator. We know in the Bible it does talk about the false gods. It talks about the false deities, Baal, Molech, Dagon, Ashtaroth, and the influence that they had over Israel. I'm an Israelite myself. I'm a faithist too. You see what I'm saying? But I'm also a person that is objective in my understanding of what I'm reading. So just to give some background, because y'all don't really know who I am, but just to give some background, I did the same as everybody in the chat. I was a Christian my whole life. My grandfather was a pastor, a Baptist pastor. My father was a pastor. My brother's a pastor. Everybody in my family plays music in the church. You see what I'm saying? And then I started to see the paganism associated with Christianity, like everybody in the chat in this whole group. So I started to kind of back out of that, and then I slid into the Hebrew consciousness, and I was woke with everybody. You know what I'm saying? But it was still a lot of stuff concerning my faith in the religious practices. Now I'm talking about the religion itself and the God associated with the religion. So I'm reading through the text of the Torah every day, every night. I'm praying to Yahweh. I'm getting healing. I'm getting understanding, right? But there was still certain points that when I would read, it was, and still to this day, it's certain things in the Torah I have to be 100% honest with and say it just feels funny. Now,
Real quick, because I don't want to lose my chain throw. I'm trying to write and I can't find my glasses. You said 2 things, and you don't have to answer it now. You can wait. I don't want to forget it. Maybe you can remember it. I'm going to ask you a question. Maybe you remember it. You said you was whatever, like everybody in this chat saying paganism. Did you say that?
yeah, I saw the paganism associated in Christianity.
Right.
Yeah.
This real quick. The second part, you said, damn, I knew I should have tried to write this down. You said, well, I just asked the first
I
part
was
of my
just saying.
question.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, because you might.
I was just saying that the whole point to me is dealing with the character of the gods in
Got
these
it. I got
quote
it. Now I can
unquote
answer.
holy books.
Now I can ask the second question.
Mm-hmm.
The second question is, you found yourself, like you said, you was getting healed, right? It seemed
Yeah.
like to me, because you said you're Israelite and you kind of believe that you're questioning God because things not moving your way or fast like you wanted. You said when you
Mhm.
felt Christianity, you just found not too long ago that you was an Israelite. Time, you
Well,
know, time.
I found that out
Real quick,
about. Oh, go
real,
ahead. Go
real,
ahead.
real quick. So I want you to answer the first question because to me, paganism is to what to you?
To me, paganism is anything that goes outside of the character of the true creator of the cosmos, everything in existence, the
It,
all life, the all
is it do
motion.
it? But paganism do it have anything to do with worship?
Of course, of false deities, of
Well,
angels and
well,
men and things of the mortal
I agree.
existence.
I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah.
So would not anybody that followed this guy? Do y'all worship the guy that wrote the book through automatic writing? And forgive me because I just don't understand the terminology that y'all use. But
Oh
the
yeah.
guy that wrote the Bible, is that not paganism?
No, I don't. But the Bible itself, the Torah that we have, was given to Moshe and to all the prophets through inspiration of angels.
To all
So
the who?
I
Who are the
wouldn't
prophets?
disagree. Even the inspiration that you and I have right now over us, that's inspiring us to speak on these subjects, is actually coming from an unseen place. You can't see your thoughts. The thoughts that we all think, even Malachi or whoever, if we like, oh man, he done lost his way. What's inspiring him? Oh, he's demonically possessed. Something came over him, right? That's what niggas are saying. But so what we all are, we're agreeing to is that there are angels, both righteous and wicked, that inspire mortals to speak and move and do.
Well, actually, and I'm getting ready to insert myself into this conversation because I actually am partaking and reading into your book. So right
Well,
here,
I don't really have a book. That's not my. I'm not a book person. I mean, I've read everything, but I'm saying I don't cling to a book as this is Yah's word. This is the only Bible. I believe that in the heavens, the angels have books that we ain't never even heard of before that they reading. You see what I'm saying? And that they're still learning and growing even after this mortal experience with the Creator. And there's trillions of books in the heavenly libraries. It's not about holding on to the Bible of King
I agree.
James or holding on to Owaski.
Hold
It's a
on, hold on. I just want to see this. You see how we're talking? That's all I wanted to do with Malachi. I wanted to talk about his stuff. He talks about mine. So this is what I want.
Malachi is a megaton bomb. You can't just talk at that man like that.
You
But go
know,
ahead. You could talk to me for a second.
let me say this. He knew what we were going to do. But anyway, how do you have a conversation? But anyway, when it comes to angels, they fall, right? They fall
Hmm.
because they're not perfect. So you're putting your trust in these angels, and I'm going to read this from the Awaspi, right? It says here. It says, after the creation of man, the Creator Jehovah said unto him, thou shalt know thou art the work of my hand. I have given thee capacity for knowledge, power, and dominion. It says, but man was helpless, crawling on his belly. So it sounds like to me, your God, this God, he created man crawling on their belly, and they didn't understand anything. And Jehovah called his angels who were older than the earth, and he said unto them, go ye raise man upright and teach him to understand. So this is where you get your
Hmm.
understanding from
But
these angels. Now, my
mhm.
problem. This is not this is one thing. It says the angels of heaven descended to the earth and raised man upright, and man wandered about on the earth. This was the second era. It
Now,
said, hold on.
Oh, go ahead. I was just gonna say, remember, put your finger in the Bible on Ezekiel chapter 16.
Is this Daryl?
Daryl, who?
Okay, you
You
sound like
talking
my
about me?
brother. Yeah, I
Hold
thought you
on.
said
So
something
here
like
we
that.
go.
Go ahead.
We talking about the Awasi right now. So here we go. So it says, and the angels of heaven descended to the earth and raised man upright. Remember, man was crawling on their belly. They had to be raised. And man wandered about on the earth in the second era. Then it says, Jehovah said to to the angels that were with man, behold, man hath multiplied on the earth, bring them together, teach them to dwell in cities and nations. Now, listen to this part. It
Hmm.
says, and in this same time, the beasts, they self-rose. Why does the beast have more knowledge and information than man? And where did they? It says they rose up before man and spake to him. So they rose themselves up and they knew how to speak. Man didn't know how to speak, and They didn't even know how to walk. They were crawling on their bellies. Then it says, saying, possess thou with whatsoever thou wilt, for all things are thine and good for thee. And it says, and man obeyed the beast. So
What?
here we are. Yes, it says that they obeyed the beast.
So there's two things I'm
your own book, sir. It says, and war came into the world. This was the fourth era, and man was sick at heart, and he called out to the beast, saying, thou said, possess thyself of all things. Now, says,
the beast itself.
Just let her finish up. You're almost done. I promise you, bro. You can talk.
It says, but the beast said, think not I come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword. I come to set man at a variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother.
That sounds like Jesus.
Huh?
I said that sounds like what Jesus said too.
It's exactly what Jesus said.
So
but
so Jesus the beast?
Hold on.
God.
This book is such a fraud. Now,
well,
hold on.
I mean,
I'm
listening.
I promise you. Let me just finish this one little part. It says, but the beast said, think not that I come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword. I come to set man at a variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother.
So that sounds terrible.
I know. So
but that's what Jesus said in the Bible.
No, he did not say that.
Well, it didn't say Jesus was a beast.
I know Jesus is not I'm not saying he's a beast. Okay, so
you just
my understanding, my understanding of what she just read is this. When you look at Ezekiel chapter 16, it correlates, just like when she got to the point where I'm gonna set man against his father and mother, that those things are in the Bible too. So you can't pull that part out and try to make it sound satanic, and then it's right there in the Bible too, and you say, well, the Bible's not satanic, because it's saying the same thing. You see what I mean?
Okay, let me, Naphtali, please, brother. If you want to say Christ said all that, right, and you want to compare it,
I'm not saying that. That's actually written.
Please. The Bible never said Christ was a beast. So the question I think she's trying to figure out, and I'm gonna let Naphtali answer. I'm gonna let you answer when she finish up. Is why did the beast had dominion over the man? He had to crawl like a damn snake on his belly, and the beast had to. The man had to ask the beast, and you saying the beast interpreted the same thing Christ saying. So you saying Christ the beast, and why in the hell is man under the beast? Which one is it? But go ahead, let you finish up your question, because I'm like, what? That sounds crazy to me.
Right. To me too. We all in the same boat.
I'm not finished, but guess what? We know why Christ said what he said. But this beast, remember, this is the origins of these people. They didn't have time to even cause any disruption or anything. The Most High coming in because Christ is coming in because he's trying to set. It's like a mother and a father. You go in here, your kids acting up. The first thing you getting ready to do is start chastising and getting some establishing order. This here, the Jehovah, and I know that's the creator, right? Because I know there's levels. There's gods, there's lords, angels, and creators, right? So the creator, he created man on their belly, but the beast self-rose.
Okay, so
okay, go ahead.
So in Ezekiel chapter 16, it says that Israel was like a baby on its belly and with nobody to care for. You see, so like I'm saying, it's the God of the Bible. Right. I understand that. I'm just saying, I'm making a comparison to the text, because I'm just dealing with the text. I'm not really emotional about it at all. I don't, I'm not a religious person.
Go ahead, brother.
If you want to do that, then you need to read Genesis, and then if you want to do that, then you need to start with Genesis, and then start where I'm reading your origin story. I'm reading, not yours, excuse me.
Right. I was going to say it's not mine.
I do apologize. Allow me to correct that. I'm reading the origin story out of the Owaski. Do you follow that? If you don't, that's
I read Owaski and I read Bible too.
You said you're a faithist. So
I like the word faithist because it literally means somebody that's an objective spiritualist, and that made sense to me. It resonated with me. So I said, okay, when I heard Mally and them talking about that, I said that makes sense because I got faith.
Bible. You got one study in it for you. What you're doing is that you like philosophy. and the
No,
things
no,
that
it's not about that. It's just about what resonates to truth.
exactly, it's
Because look,
philosophical. It's not
no,
literal. You're not a literal person. You like philosophy. You're
wait.
spiritual.
I'm
You're
not saying. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Before you tell me about who I am and what let me let you know something. If something makes sense to me and it resonates in my heart, I'm not gonna fight my heart. I'm not gonna betray my heart. I'm not gonna betray the Creator's voice within me that says, "Yeah, man, listen to
Well,
that's
we'll just
right."
say we apologize for saying it. We'll say it sounds like. How about that? It
Yeah, that's
sounds
fine.
like to us that's what you're saying, because what she said to me, I feel what you're saying, but what it said, it's like you got it is like
To me, I
and,
wouldn't call.
and
I'm just
but
gonna say it like
okay,
this:
to be objective, you said spirit, right? Like have objective spirit, right?
to be able to see. So when I say objective, I mean I can see I'm looking at it. I can see the orange ball. I can see the sun. I can see the trees. That's objective.
But
That's not like that's not my opinion. You know that the sun is in the sky. That's an objective reality.
So
We
well,
here's
all
the thing. So here's
we
the
all
thing.
have to agree to that. That's if somebody said no, the sun ain't up there, then you're gonna be like, bro, you okay? You must be a little slow.
So the thing is, it's a vibration of what the Bible said about leaning into your own understanding. And every
Right, but the
time you
voice
lean
of the
on,
creator, look, the creator, the great spirit, okay, I'll just say like the Holy Spirit or the great spirit is communicating with all of us at all times in all of our own ways.
right,
You see what I'm saying?
the word,
So it's not about leaning to my own understanding. It's about saying, okay, Jehovah, the creator, however you call his name, Yahweh, Jehovah, Jesus, however you say his name, he is moving us. He is with us, all of us.
but
And
what
he's the one
what
that's
God
lighting us up in
what
love and in
and
compassion
I
and
agree
in
with you, but
understanding.
the problem is, and allow you next. What when you say spirit, or you say great spirit, then you say Holy Spirit,
Well, yeah,
right?
I can
We
explain
hear
that.
are you talking about the one in the Bible? We don't hear no other spirit outside
It
the
ain't no other.
Bible.
It ain't no other great spirit, but the creator. That's what I'm saying. It's only one God. It's only one
Go ahead,
creator. It's
Eli.
many gods and goddesses,
Go ahead.
lords and lordesses in the S world, both righteous and wicked, and they
And
inspire mortals to
let Eli.
righteousness or wickedness
Oh,
according to the
I
creator's
got some of your padres
laws.
come on and help you real quick. I'm gonna let Eli go ahead and speak real quick. Now, Tyler, you can come
Okay.
in, and brother,
Yeah.
you can
Peace.
speak.
Peace. Peace.
when
No,
we
you don't have to
talk
go. You don't
about
have to go. You can just sit around and wait. Go ahead, Eli.
the name of Jehovah, or with the I should say Jehovah, well, when you go to the actual, first of all, the Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob never called himself Jehovah, because J ain't even 500 years old. The second thing is, when you look up the term Hova, the term Hova means destruction. You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
so
I'm
when
not trying
we,
to argue the name. I was just saying the
but
character.
I
That's what I'm
mean,
saying. You can't look at the name. You
Sound
have
like
to look at
dreadful.
the you have no.
but
It just
wait,
make it look, it makes sense to me. And I'm about to stop. I'm about to slide in a second, I promise. But when you looking at the difference between gods, goddesses, angels, spirits, anything, you have to know, first of all, the character of the creator. He said, number one, uh oh, look at the baby. Oh, peace to the baby. Um, she sounds so pretty. But so what I'm saying is the creator say something like this: thou shalt not kill. So we know the creator himself is not with killing of nothing. And then we see other gods that come around and try to justify war, which is the mark of the beast, by the way. War
It
is the
seems
mark.
like y'all trying to become God Himself.
No. We
Is
ain't
that
trying
the
to be
goal?
worshiped.
Because
We're
I
not
mean,
trying to be
I ain't say
the
that.
thing is,
No, listen. No, what I'm saying is, because I'm looking like you say you're objective. You just keep searching many books. It seems like you're trying to
no.
become all knowing.
The creator is not in books like that. The creator is in everything. Whenever you get inspired to do
So you want
righteousness
to
to
be
your
one
brother,
as the creator.
no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I want to be worshipped by men,
I,
angels, or spirits.
so does the
Only
Wapi say we have
creator
to worship?
deserves, only creator is allotted worship, period. There
Hey,
is no other
let me answer
entity
somebody in
that
the chat
deserves
real
worship.
quick. I'm sorry. Let me answer somebody in the chat real quick. And I'm gonna let Naphtali back in, and
All right, I'm
somebody's back. Come on.
gonna slide on out of here, though, but
Hey,
peace to you,
brother, let me
Quinai,
say this.
peace.
You was great. You know, we had a little dialogue. Before you go, I gotta say something in the chat, and I gotta allow this is her show, that her allowed to ask you something or say something to you. But the brother, you say, what's the point? The point is, we trying to have a conversation basically to convince, because we believe that brother life in danger. He's not saying our life in danger. He wants us to, I guess, broaden our mind, but we tell him what he trying to lead us to is not according
Hey,
to
don't
biblical
follow no
text.
nigga. I'm gonna tell you like this. Don't follow no man. Don't
Right,
follow
right.
Mally. Don't follow Selah. Don't follow Naphtali. Don't follow Quinn. Don't follow me. Don't follow no man. The Creator is gonna speak to you and to your inners.
Let her go ahead and get her statement, question or statement to you for that other person in.
All right.
Thanks for waiting, and
I
thanks,
don't
bro,
have
for being
I don't
polite.
have anything
Thanks
to
for
say.
having me, man. Peace to the
I
chat.
don't have anything to say.
Yeah.
And
Next.
bless up. Peace to my big brother Mally too. I know everybody on this top, but then I believe Malachi is okay. I think he's gonna be all right.
I do got a question to ask you.
Uh-huh.
Do you think he handled that appropriately?
Malachi, I think he did his thing. I think everybody got a little emotional. I think you got emotional, Naphtali. I really felt like
talking about on that phone call that message he left.
I didn't hear the message. I'm sorry, I didn't hear the message. I thought you were talking about the talk last night.
No, I'm not talking about that. He left a very obscene message. If you didn't hear it, then that's okay. That's what this
But
is.
I'm gonna tell you one thing too, though. Everybody got rough edges, especially when you're dealing with Negroes from St. Louis. I'm from California. You know, you got niggas all over. Everybody, ain't nobody just
Yeah, I
soft
mean,
and
you're right. I feel I don't. I think the part is not about and no disrespect. I gotta say this because since we talking about that, it's not about who got the biggest balls and biggest breasts.
hell
You know what
no.
I'm saying? So it's about the manner of manhood and womanhood in respect level in that aspect. She shouldn't be a champion over here. You know who should lead, and that's that. You know what? You can say that's his opinion, and that's true. That, but it seemed like was a little underlining to tack her intelligence on to say I know you know better than to insinuate that you're moving slowly. I should use the word slow. So that is, and I gotta love him, but I can't allow nobody because I am loyal to my sister to degrade her in the matter to say that basically a woman should be in her place. Because if you read the Bible or the WASPy, I'm pretty sure, I hope the WASPy speaks on a woman role, you
Oh
know.
yeah, dude. It speaks
Yeah.
on goddesses and women, just like Naphtali. Naphtali will be a goddess in time, according to Owazi, because I
Are
read
the men goddess,
Owazi.
and the men will be goddess in time too, correct?
Yeah, but not to be worshipped or
Right, and the
prayed.
women should not be worshipped either, right? Correct.
I agree.
So the men gonna be goddess through the book you read, and the women gonna be goddess through the book you read, right?
Well, even
And,
in the Bible, it says
right,
know you
right. But
not that you are gods.
here's the part the sister was trying to ask you about what she heard and what's been basically been saying in all the Israelite community and in the country community, and I guess with Mally, whomever. Why in the hell you got the women speaking? Because you just said the women gonna be goddess, the men gonna be goddess according to the WASPy,
Straight up.
and nobody should be worshipped according to the Bible and the WASPy. So is
Even
it wrong for
even
this woman? Is it wrong for this woman to be recognized over here at F.O.P.E and many other factors outside of F.O.P.E, or to be wise, right, and to be somebody we consider the champion of the debate platform, but
right.
to install her just because she's a woman? Is that wrong or right?
No, I wouldn't. I don't believe we should just necessarily be willy nilly insulting nobody. That to me, that's not elevating. You know what I'm saying? We salute Naphtali. Even Malachi, he told Naphtali multiple times when I watched the debate the other day or the hot seat that it's love. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Yeah.
us when you're dealing with certain platforms and certain energies, you got to bring that because you're not gonna fall back in front of 800 people watching or
Well, you know what
300
I
people.
would say that, and I'm gonna be a little derogatory.
Oh
Because
man, keep it
I,
polite.
I got to, right, because we are from the hood like you said, right?
Yeah,
So
some of them.
yeah, right, thank you. So in love has many factors, right? And not saying this for Mally, but some things can be received in a certain way. Love can feel good, love can hurt, and love can kill, and love can be
Nah,
violent.
I don't
No,
see
no, no,
love
no, no, no.
killing.
Allow me to finish. I'm gonna tell you why. Because a lot of people do things in the name of love, right? Right. Some
Right.
people died. Somebody they could be passionately in love, or they was heartbroken and died, right, out of love. So some things can be done in love, but in actuality can be done in malice. So love could be looked at in many different factors on how what you perceive to be what is love, right? Some people may say it's tough love. Some people
Well,
say
love
it's
in the Bible
ignorant
it
love.
says it's love is kind, love is gentle, love keeps no records of
Exactly,
wrong.
exactly.
You know what
So
I'm saying?
what you
We
saying,
know.
so exactly. So what you saying, or is all in love, she don't see it in the same love the way you see it. Can we agree to that?
if that's what she's saying, if that's how she feel, that's how she feel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you really, like I say, everybody on the
It's not
inside.
my opinion. It's her opinion. She has a right to it. That's why she
You got a
asked.
right to that. But I don't think that we should be bashing each other at all. I don't feel like
I agree.
none of us should necessarily be bad. We should be lifting each other up. Now, when it comes down, like I say, when you win that arena, you win Sonetta TV, you win all these different platforms, and everybody debating and yelling and hee-hawing up. You know what I'm saying? It's a different energy in that arena. But outside of that arena, if Malaki and Naphtali was to sit down right now, it's gonna be all love. You know, Malaki gonna get her some water. What you
didn't
need?
hear the beginning of this video. You didn't hear how he yelled and screamed and cursed and threatened me. Nobody cared about. I'm talking. Nobody cares.
Can you forget?
Let us finish up, bro. Let us finish up, and then I'm gonna go to the other person. Just let her finish. Let Malaki defend himself.
He threatened my intelligence. Really, like, it's one thing to say. Like I said, I've been on Sonetta's channel, and guess what? He did a whole video on me talking about me. I don't
watch Sonetta at all. I don't watch.
I talk to a lot of people.
The next person.
I debate a lot of folks. I've debated a lot of people, and they made a lot of videos on me. But no one has ever yelled and said the things that this man has said about me. It's okay to disagree. You don't have to say you like me. You don't have to say I'm one. You don't have to say anything. I don't care. But
you're gonna be all right, Naphtali. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be just fine.
Me, I'm going to be. What he did was.
And so is Mally. We all gonna be all right at the end of the day.
He's talking about me. He's talking about that I don't know what I'm talking about. He's talking about me.
He's not talking about threatening her and fighting her and all that type of stuff. He's talking about attacking her intelligence and also.
Right, but look, even with that,
I'm gonna let that next person speak.
All right, I'm out of here,
y'all. No doubt. Thanks for coming on, man. I hope you think.
Peace to the chat, man. Everybody, look, I'm gonna say this last thing, man. All praise to the Most High Creator. You feel me? We all elevating together. We gotta forgive each other. We gotta keep pushing forward and get through this thing, man. We're gonna be all right. All right.
No doubt. Shalom. But next up. I can barely see your name, Alex. I don't have my glass. All I see is SH. You up?
Shalom. Can I be heard?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Shalom to everyone. To the sister Naphtali. To you, Elder QANATH. This is Shabaniah. And I just wanted to say, there's a couple things. First and foremost, we have to be very mindful that everything is recorded on YouTube. And there's going to come a day that all that we say, we're going to be held accountable for. Heresy is a terrible thing, especially in these days. As a matter of fact, that is why the Most High said, woe unto the shepherds. That literally is a woe. Because you are scattering people, as opposed to in these days, especially in these days, prophetically speaking, we are to gather together, O nation not desired, because nobody wants for us to gather together, including many of our own people. Our people love being governed by the Gentile. And we coming to the end of the time of the Gentiles, and everything on this planet bears witness of us coming to the end of this matter. And the scripture says, listen, to those who have little, I'm going to take that from them. And to those who have a lot, I'm going to give them more. It's not a coincidence. It's a reason why our people are falling away from the word of the Most High. But the beauty of it is you don't have a lot of time to keep playing this game. Truth is going to be shown straight up. It is very key and very critical for us who are teaching the word of the Most High to be crispy and to be on it and to not be about pride, but to understand that these are some very critical times prophetically. And I think we have to be very, very careful when we say stuff like, don't follow no man. I think we have to be very critical. Very careful of that, because Moses was a man. And the scripture speaks about in the last time how the Father in Isaiah, the first chapter, will reestablish judges and counselors. Stop playing. The Father has always used men. Israel went up to the mountain and was to take a vow with the Most High. Israel established prophets, because Israel didn't want to hear the voice of the Most High. Israel established somebody to go between.
Yes, sir. Yep. What's a fact
And
on
when
that?
he came back down with the words of the Most High, our people didn't follow it, didn't listen to it, didn't do what they said they were going to do. These are some very critical days. The world is on fire, and our people are being caught up in spells. The Bible is real. Keep playing, and you're going to see how real the Bible is. Babylon is gaunt, gaunt, gaunt. And our people are still playing in the belly of the beast.
Hey,
Truth is
brother,
true.
before you, I don't want you to finish up. I want to say this: the last brother that came on that seemed like he was really heartfelt what he wanted to say to Mally. I'm gonna have to go back again. If you still on, come back in. I want to trade notes with you in the back chat.
I
You
know,
too, brother.
Malcolm.
I want to.
I know, Malcolm.
I want to talk to you personally too, because you really y'all touched me with this, because the brother said this in the chat, and I'm gonna let you back in. I promise. The brother said, I'm gonna read what he said in the chat, right? And this is why I say what we're dealing with. The brother dreadful again, dreadful. He said, how can you intelligently be threatened? Well, if I give you a math problem, I'm pretty sure that you can't solve, and I say your life depends on it, that's a threat. Because when somebody brings something that's not according to this book, the one we read, and the follow after that, right? And we can't get answers out of that book, it's a threat. Anything that you can't answer when you ask somebody else, not silly, but of this intelligent question, and they can't give you an answer to it, that's a threat to threaten our intelligence, right? To leave us dumb.
I want
Like
to
the
make sure that I say this too, and to just say the threat was for them to eliminate, to remove me as the champion. They
mm-hmm.
didn't want me to be there. He said, "You need to her. She's not good enough. She doesn't know anything." He wanted me to. He wanted him to remove me for being a champion because he said I didn't know something. So that's where the problem was. It's nothing all that serious. It's just the fact is, it's like you threaten my position as being the champion. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Right, because we had fun with that, to bring some humor to it, And I mean, she last time I seen her debate, she kicked butt a few times. She beat Jabari up, she beat Garfield up, she beat Shaka Upmost up. She beat a whole lot of people up on that House of Conscience. Then she came beat some people up over here when we talked about Negro only, right? Not saying we don't love other people, but we beat up a lot of people. I have seen my dear brother Mally whip people up in that debate league he was in, and he lost according to the people vote over there. Do I think Mally fought everything correctly? No, bro. I think he should stop reading that book. Period. Do I hate him? No. I just think we dealing with dangerous times. And I just think my dear brother, this is a crowd from your dear brother QANATH, and we will still continue to talk. But I feel like you're just going down a road that's getting more bolder. And if I want you to listen to what I'm about to tell you, Mally, the devil will use somebody he think that's the best at it. Sayar Salome, right? Now I call him a devil physically, but the things that our Bible teach us, he's working in that atmosphere of being dreadful, right? Being the devil. And you the only one speaking, Malachi. He's using you to do it. And most of the people that was in this chat won't step on the plate like you did. And my dear brother Selah Salome, who's cool, and that's how they move cool. I know how they move cool, right? He will always come on after you come on and set the foundation that he wants you to set. Then he come on for a minute and then leave for you to get upset and take all the heat. Listen to your brother QANATH. Like you say, we go back and you trust me. Right? You've been knowing me physically. You see me physically, right? We drink together. We laugh together. You never seen that dead man. Never. Never. Have we seen any of the prophets in the Bible? No, but we actually heard their word. That's how you and I got together. We didn't get together because of WASPI or waspis. That's not how you met the brother say he know you, or the last brother that seemed like he was crying out to you. You met them through the Bible, not through the waspy. This was being missed. Don't be insulted over the book. You're losing not just the salvation, but you're hurting others because they saw you as that person who truly believe. And this is a cry out. It's a cry out. Because the people that's making negative comments in the comment board, we're not even talking about the waspy. We talk about how much we love our brother in perilous times. But they in the comment board want to say negative things about our God. Cal, La, whatever said, so is the God in you? See? It's about question. Not talking about the love we're trying to show you. Real love. Come back to what actually brought us together. I dropped my mic. Go ahead, brothers. I fall back for a long time. Go ahead. Please, Malaki, come back, bro.
Can I be heard?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, brother.
I just simply said, I am, I'm, can I be, let me know if I can still be heard. I'm
Now
sorry,
we
my
can hear
phone.
you, brother. And brother, I don't know why brother Treston, we real funny. What's funny, man? Damn, how did you meet him, through a waspy or the Bible? But go ahead, my bad. Go ahead.
I met him through the Bible. I met Mally in person on a number of occasions. At the time, he was somewhat new to the faith. And he came to the city that I was, where I was teaching. As a matter of fact, before his change from honor and humility, I literally was teaching on his channel 2 or 3 weeks in a row. And then literally he did an immediate change. I'm just going to simply say this. To all who are doubting scripture, you only have a little bit of time. We only have a little bit of time to prove it all. And it's only going to get more and more real. You know, it reminds me of in the book of Samuel, when Samuel was ministering to the Most High. He was ministering, just like many of our people are ministering as we speak. We talking about somebody who from his youth, please excuse my children. Hey, y'all got to chill out. He was ministering. But when the father called on him 3 times, he didn't hear him because he didn't know the word, nor did he know Yah. He didn't know the word, nor did he know Yah. Okay? And then eventually he answered the Most High. And it goes on to say how the word basically was revealed to him. Okay? And immediately when he learned the word, he was able to prophesy. Some of our people are standing before the Most High ministering, but they don't know the word. They absolutely positively don't know the word. And that goes for the word literally, and that goes for the word. Okay? That was with the Most High from the very beginning. And this is what the issue is that's going on with our people. And there's no restraint. You can come up on YouTube and you can just say whatever you want to say. And we don't think that there's any ramifications for it. And it is. Better stop playing with the word in these days, especially.
You know what I would say? I would say this, my dear brother. Allow y'all can go ahead and I think I'm gonna ask Sham. You know, we need to change the title because we know what happened. You know, the word beat up Mally, not Naphtali. You know, and I won't even say Mally. It's that Owaspy, right? And we trying to go back. We trying to help our brother, and I think it should be called intervention. If the white man could intervene, right? This is an intervention right here. This is a cry out. This is not no hate. And the people and some people in the chat want to make it seem like we hate no attack. And this is not hate no attack. This is a cry out. Because this sister, it's on video. I wish y'all could show the video. It's on video. Where we at the same Passover with her and her husband, her children, right? Sitting right beside us, and they all look
Share
so
the video if you want to.
yes, please. They all look so innocent. Innocent. And they came in loving. And now this is the problem. Because you got people who are working for Satan. It's that spirit. And don't realize what's going on. And to attack the intelligence of her research and what she actually went to school for and does for a living. This program will go 1,000 different ways. And if anybody felt offended, let me say this too. When my sisters came on, if anybody felt offended, we apologize. But that was done for a reason because what she's going through and other things don't have anything to do with our dear brother Mally or anybody in the Cosmon community. All right, just want y'all to know that. But we had to bring it out for certain reasons. Period. Okay. Uh, but yeah, this is an intervention, man. But sis, and Elijah, y'all go ahead and speak, and brother, you can chant back in. And I got to get in contact with you, man, because I can feel the ruach in you. But that brother said something earlier. What happened to the healing? But go ahead, sis.
I'm trying to find how to share it, but go ahead, Elijah.
Yeah, I mean, I've like I said, I've known Mally way. We go way back, and I remember the first time that we spoke to each other. It was when Flint, Michigan had that water power, that water situation where the waters got real polluted. You see what I'm saying? And we actually got on the phone and was speaking about going out there and giving out water to the people out there. Me and him. And this was, like I said, before all this, this was, me and him, we go completely way back. You see what I'm saying? So, so it was that. And then the other time we spoke was when I had a heathen cleaning my house up, and I was quoting the scriptures about this is how it's going to be in the future, because this is how it is going to be in the future, But every time we spoke and did everything correctly, my whole message through the whole thing, even to now, is, I'm gonna steady keep praying for him. And if you listen to Mally, I'm praying for you. You can call me anytime you need me. Just know this, Mally, we only human. And it's okay to feel upset. It's okay to not be okay sometimes. And hit me up. Like I said, I'm praying for you. Come on back home. The lake of fire is real. That's a real place. And
You know what that reminds me of, Elijah? It's just like with Sarnetta and Nepal tricked our dear brother Mahar to say certain things and to follow crazy behind doctrines on the R word, right? And then when people came down on his helmet, they left him high and dry, denounced him completely.
Right.
That's what they're doing to you, my dear brother. You being denounced completely. You don't even realize that you are the one. You are the one saying, I'm not the spokesperson of this. I'm not the leader of this. This the gang. You are saying that you've been put up against your own brethren and sisterin who loves you, and some people just using the word. And you can't use the word love without the word care. We're showing you care right now.
I have the video whenever you.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, go ahead. So you can comment on it too. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Here we go, guys. We were at the 2019 Passover with Malachi. I'm from St. Louis. I live in St. Louis, and I followed Brother Daniel, them, and then Malachi at the series, but then they separated, and so we went over there. We started to follow Malachi, And we actually, you know, honor humility. We actually appreciated him and Yaki. And we all went to this Passover. Now, what the ironic thing is that Elder Kunal, Sharsham, and Yashapa and all them were there too. But we didn't even know who we were, but we sat directly next to each other. So
Exactly.
what are the odds in that? But here we go,
Tell them how you
guys.
hold on. Tell them how you found it out, though. You got to tell them how you found it out.
Well, how did we find it out?
My wife sent you a picture.
Oh yeah. So we were talking about the Passover, and then she sent her picture, and it had 2019 on it. So I asked my husband, I said, "Babe, what date was ours?" And he checked ours, and it was 2019. So we was like, "Wow, we both was there."
Right.
Where's the video?
You got to pause and point out to them too.
Okay, so that was Yaki right there. You guys can see Yaki. And he meets up with Sharsham at the end. So there's Yaki.
For I am with thee. I will bring thy seed from the east and gather thee from the west. I will say to the north, give up, and to the south, keep not back. Bring my sons from far and my daughters from the end of the earth. He named every direction we scattered.
There it is, pause it.
And there goes Sharsham. And there go Yaki. So
and they right behind us, and we ain't know.
We was sitting right next to him.
That's crazy.
That is so crazy. Like that. I mean, what are the odds in that? That was crazy.
Oh, I thought I saw me. Did I play again? Oh man.
You want to play it again? Okay.
Yeah, wait one more time.
And gather thee from the west and love thee. Therefore will I give thee men for thee.
Who was filming? You or your husband?
It was shot.
Fear not, for I am with thee. I will bring thy seed from the east and gather thee from the west. I will say to the north, give up, and to the south, keep not back. Bring my sons from far and my daughters from the end of the earth. He named every direction we scattered, every. Love thee. Therefore will I give.
That's it.
But
so,
see, I just want to just elaborate a little bit on this and just let everybody know it had nothing to do with person. Nothing is personal here on my end. What it is on my end is just the fact is that he was attacking my scholarship in the Bible. So my thing is that, you know, I'm elevating myself to a moray. I want to be a teacher. And the thing is that if my information is not valid, then that's a problem. So if someone's challenging your information, you have to fight back. And the thing is, the way he challenged it was also, you know, a little extreme. But other than that, I don't have a problem with the brother. You know, followed him for years. You know, even went to his respect. It had nothing but respect for him. So it's all good. I'm good over here.
And let me say this too. Ain't nobody following QANATH. Ain't nobody following Naphtali. We don't worship each other. Ain't nobody worshiping no man. You know, I'm not a leader of her. She's not a leader of me. And we may look, we show each other respect in areas which we may both think we're not qualified for, but we give each other that honor because that's how we see each other. You know, but nah, man, y'all a lot of brothers need to come off of this thing, man, and the sister scholarship is on point. If she's not the so-called champion in certain things she debate, then prove her wrong. You know, we do it in funship. You know, Israel or so-called black people always gotta do something where we can have fun. In teaching, we make it fun, right? In dancing, we make it fun. Other nations, they dance because they got ants in their pants. We dance to make it fun. We dance out of joy. They dance out of praise false gods and try to raise the dead and to all kind of crazy. That's they dances, chants, witchcraft. And that brother said something very interesting. I catch everything people say, and I hope that wasn't going on. That brother said, "What happened to the healing, and why wasn't we able to do it?" And this before the food aspect, I guess, came on board. I don't know, but that was some interesting things that he said. And then looking at what the sister brought out. And the funny thing about it, what's really funny, dreadful, is that I haven't blocked you. The second thing funny is that when the sister talk about all them children, you talk about what the Most High. We talk about a wasp piss, all them children. When she showed what it talk about Masons, right? And you can come on here and I can ask you two questions that you won't even be able to answer. It's about your book. Everything about it. 2 small questions, but I bet you won't come on. I bet you won't come on. You know, I think now what's going to happen is we probably get ignored, and that's great because the Bible wins once again. Because we ain't thinking no evil to bring on nobody, no harm. You know, we still want brotherhood and sisterhood with Mali and everybody over there. You know, we just telling you that why take the chance? You taking a chance on what may happen in death. We trying to tell you this what you can set up for when you pass, right? If you do the right things, then you know you're gonna get the righteous kingdom. You going someplace where you don't know. You just talking about we all going to heaven, but can't explain what heaven is. You know, it's silly, sis. It really is. Anybody want to come on before we close out? Before we close out, Shawshan, you ready to close out? Anybody want to come on before we close out? Neff, you say what you got to say. How you feel about it? This Owaspi, what you brought out, and what he brought out in closing.
Yeah, guys, thank you all so much for tuning in and, even hearing my side of the story, hearing our perspective. I truly respect that. The thing is that everybody is not going to agree. We all can agree to disagree. I don't have like I said, that's not my goal. I just think it's pretty interesting that everybody has this I hate the Bible thing though. You go everywhere, people don't seem to just talk about their information. Like what we do is we're trying to elevate the Bible. We're trying to make it more historically accurate and make it more, proving it by saying like we're the children of Israel. These people are the Hamites. This is that, trying to find the actual digging up cemeteries and finding the people in there that actually correlate with scripture. So I mean, you guys need to start making your book more lively. Leave ours alone. You know what I'm saying? But just saying, why do you want to waste so much of your time talking about something you don't believe in? I don't get it. I don't have not a desire or a need to read a Owaspi book. I just don't have it. I could care less. But anyways, if you guys haven't tuned into the beginning of the video, tune into the beginning of the video. Take a look at his perspective. Take a look at my response. And maybe one day, I can get Salah. But other than that, shalom, most high bless to all of you.
No doubt. And I want you to make that announcement where you're going to be tomorrow. Who are the 2 guys that you calling out that Owaspis not calling out, right? Who you calling out because this is the stuff that she does. She researches, a data analyst. There we go. She research stuff. So you want to talk about who the people that you calling out. I wish you could play that intro of yours and showing what Polite Saleh was talking about this false doctrine. I wish you could play that in closing. But go ahead.
I'm gonna have to learn how to do that on a visitor's end. But
you know what you could do? Can you share the beginning of it from your Facebook on here, and you press play? I can share it.
Yeah, which video are you referencing?
The one that's what's the first guy you was coming after? What's his name?
Billy Carson.
There we go. The man. I don't know what the hell he believe in him. The beginning of that just so people can have an understanding what you're about to bring out. We're gonna play that video over here also, and you can go over her channel and watch it. I just want to play it over here for new people.
And I can give you guys the intro to that whenever you all want to use that on your
Please do.
Okay, let me go ahead and talk while I try to figure this out.
Yeah, so y'all go back and look at all the information that we brought out, and people are always like, "QANATH, why you bring them brothers over here?" Because I picked this out. I seen it years ago. Selah Salom been doing this over 10, maybe 12 years. Right, I've been knowing this brother. I've been peeping him out, right? And don't get me wrong, he cool, right? I told him, but he is a cool brother, And Mali, man, he's the best. I met Mali, I just disagree with the Waspi, right? Some things I would say, you know what, that could be maybe something you want to do to better you in life. That in certain aspects, do it supersedes the Bible? No, you get that same thing from the Bible. I just don't see what it offers more than the Bible. The Bible tells you about the beginning of the times and then what's going to happen in the middle and also the end. What more do you need to know? That's how I look at it. What more do you need to know? You know, oh, Most High bless the chat again. Salute King Jews, of course, with one. See all y'all out there. You know, if Mally or let's say the Waspy crew, you know, we can all debate it together. It don't have to be no one-on-one, or we can all sit down. Them brothers that came on here, you know, that's the type of conversation that Naphtali really wanted. Not have some damn, and this, hey, look, take this how you want to take it. Everybody know we Negro only. To have some dude up there calling our brother Yavin the N-word, which he's not, and for him to have a testicle fortitude to even say that. And my dear brother Mal, you didn't say nothing. But when he first got kicked off, you said, "Why y'all, you know, kicking my brother off?" Then he come back and call the brother the nigger word, and you didn't say nothing, bro. You didn't say nothing, and I mentioned that in our message. You know, I just find that.
Which video were you referring to? We sent it to you in Messenger.
No, you got to put it on the screen. So this is on my phone.
No, I want you to choose which one it is. I see.
Oh, okay.
Choose which one you tell us which one it is, so I can make sure I'm playing
the last one you did. Hold on. Let me see. You sent it in my messenger. Or, let me see.
It's in the messenger.
Okay.
We can text it as well. If that's easier.
Let's see. Yeah, you see the
one with the fire.
It has all that in it. It's all one. It has the one with the African girls, and then it goes into the first when that closes off, it goes into Southern and Polite, and it goes down.
So you wanna we're gonna leave off with that. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
let's leave out with that. You can give your closing statement on, you know, what you want to talk about. All this is love. Then we can leave out on that. You can share your screen, and when you're ready, I just, you know, we put it on big screen. We let it go from there. But this is dangerous, man. You met everybody through the Bible, brother. And this sister came down and she. Can you hear me? Okay, I'm sorry.
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Okay, yeah. Did you go to another congregation before you went to the one in 2019? Was that your first Passover, the first congregation you went to visit?
Yes, that was my first Passover.
Wow.
That was my first. So yeah, that was the first time I ever, you know, congregated with any Israelite.
Well, there we go. There we go. So come on, let's hey, it was bow the books, you know. So you can close out, sis. You can share that, and you tell everybody we're gonna be tomorrow. And shout out the channel again for newcomers.
Okay. All right, guys. So I'm supposed to be over there with TCA, Thoughts Camera Action, doing the presentation over there. We'll see. Hopefully, thinking the date may get changed, but hopefully it'll be tomorrow. But we'll see on TCA's channel. But thank you all so much for tuning in with us tonight, and I'm going to play this outro, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
My question is, what is the most important thing that you want people to know about the Bible? The most important.
Oh, that it transforms us as a people into a state of idiocy. It's a very dangerous book.
It's like we hate each other. People.
Right.
Why is that?
I just feel like African American is the worst race in the world because, first of all, we kill each other. You know, people always talk about this racist stuff, but the white man ain't waiting in your bushes with a chopper. The white man ain't trying to take your rims off your car. The white man ain't doing all this wrong. We doing this to each other.
I ask you this, sister. If someone was to ask you, where did the universe come from? What would you say? Because I'm looking at you for some answers now, because I need to be ready to answer these questions.
The evidence points to the universe basically being a big bang.
Ever somebody says God did, what they are really saying, and I mean literally, anytime you hear somebody say God did, what they are actually saying is, I don't know. I have no clue. God lives in the gaps of our information. He lives in the gaps of my understanding.
I'm going to give a very, very brief history of what it is, and for those who don't know where the science is. The U.S. Army, for over 100 years, has been giving more or less IQ tests to people to figure out whether they're sort of officer material or, grunt material, so to speak. And what they noticed was between blacks and whites, say, look, blacks make less money than Ashkenazi Jews. But if you normalize by IQ, they don't. And this is, again, it's heartbreaking stuff, and it is so difficult to absorb this into your daily thinking.
And I accept that. And of course, it evolved into the Canaanites. I refer to them generally and broadly as Hamites. Became slaves in Europe, Spain, in England rather than Spain, and here in America. I've accepted that. God said it, and it's just Bible.
Do you believe that in the beginning that it was intended for Adam to have multiple wives? And if you do believe that, why do you think God only created one?
The problem starts there, right? The problem starts with a concept. I don't believe Adam and Eve were the first two people on the planet Earth. I don't believe they're the first people that were created.
Peace to the gods, peace to the earth, shalom, shalom. I'm here to declare and say off back that we were never to eat meat, anything from an animal, and we will never be declared to eat anything from an animal. No type of flesh whatsoever. Flesh is killing our people. The flesh is one of the number one cause of disease amongst the black community, amongst the world. And you have to have a very barbaric, animalistic lust in nature to even want to eat.
I'm teaching my child the truth. Stop referring to my child as a goddamn African and black. We don't teach our children that they're Africans, that they came on slave ships, that they're slaves, and that Negroes. We don't teach our kids that. We teach them the truth.
All right, brothers and sisters, most high bless. We outie 5,000. That's it. So with that, thanks, sister.
All
Thank
right, Shalom, Most High bless. Thank you, Elder Quanah, so much for letting us know what was going on, allowed me to respond to that. Love you too, Wheezy One. Thank you so much, Jeremiah, Yashapa. I see you in the chat. And guys, check me out. Come on over and subscribe. Let me know. Come over and subscribe, and we can build further from there. But Shalom and Most High bless, guys.
Most High bless, family. Most High bless. There's nothing but love for you, baby.